Welcome to the Gangcast, aka the Games and Not Games podcast. I'm Janet Garcia, and joining me as always is Isaiah Smith.
Hello.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for? How
Honestly,
are you doing?
There's so many like iconic old songs that I just don't know. But like I know enough to like recognize like even the one you just sang. I don't know what song that is. I don't know who sings it, but I know that tune. I know that jingle. You know what I mean? I had to catch up on my history of music. That'd be really good.
Just like
Good
the oldies.
Yeah, like you know how like there's like movie classes and stuff in college. I want like a music history, but
I took that class in high school.
like modern, like relatively modern music history. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, the part they skip usually, they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
no, we're done."
Yeah.
You don't want to learn about Gregorian chant?
No.
That's not how it goes. But y'all know. Let me know in the comments if you know what Gregorian chant
give
is.
me like a 70s, 60s to the aughts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That'd be fun. Maybe one day. But that day is not today, Isaiah. We're going to be here not talking about music. We're talking about games. And of course, not games. I should actually I want to start introducing the general topics. So for games, we're doing retro gaming. And for not games, we are doing lock in or leave it. Taking some inspo from what you said during, I was like,
I think it was
the penultimate episode.
The last normal episode of the year before the Gang of the Year episode.
Back when we had dreams, we were dreaming again.
Yeah,
it's the new year.
It was great dreams too, man.
Yeah, some of them happened, some of them didn't.
A lot of mine happened.
I thought that was unnecessary, but anyway, let's get into video games.
Let's talk games.
Video games. I don't know. We have to come up with some little jingles.
Yeah.
To add in there. We are talking retro gaming because today we went all over the city hunting for a colored PSP, essentially.
Yeah.
And we're also like not necessarily new to retro gaming either. I think it's been something that we both have engaged in separately for a while, and then sometimes we like team up and catch a vibe. I feel like we are vibes based collectors, I think, is how I would categorize us. But on that note, to set the scene for people, what is in your collection that you have of retro games?
Yeah, so of the two of us, I'm definitely like the lesser of a collector.
Yeah.
So like a lot of my old retro games are like the games that I had growing up that did not find their way into a bin or the garbage or traded into GameStop or something like that. It's usually games that are not sentimental, but like definitely like pillar games for me growing up. Kingdom Hearts, the Metal Gear Solid collection. I think I might still have like my Fallout 3 somewhere.
Yeah.
Anything like PS3
you got
and
a lot of Fallout.
older. Somehow, yeah. PS3 and older, it was a lot of like, hey, because I moved across the country, obviously I couldn't bring everything and everything like that. So like I called down long ago. But it was like, okay, cool. Like even if I'm never gonna go back and play this game, I at least want to keep it because I had such a good time with it. It was such a good memories. PS4 and on, I definitely was more of a like, hey man, if I really want to get this game again, I'll just buy it digitally. Like PS4, I feel like I didn't have like a Xbox really.
Yeah.
I mean, I had one, but I didn't really play it kind of thing. So like I was mostly a PlayStation gamer. And so like by the time PS4 came around, most of the games are also digital in the PlayStation Store. Yeah. So I never felt like a need to hold on to anything as
you
much
have a
as
good
like,
amount of them though. Like Killzone and a bunch of other odds and ends.
It was so at that point it was more like I'm going to trade in games as needed to like buy other games. But if not, then I'm just going to hold on to it. And I have way more games digital than I do physical.
Oh, yeah.
Even on
who
PS4,
doesn't?
You know what I mean?
Actually, some people don't, but you know what I mean?
A dozen, maybe 15, 20 tops kind of thing, which is a lot. I'm not saying that's like nothing, right? Like that is a sizable collection. But you consider the years that I've had that console and it's like, all right, well, I have a lot more digital. You know what I mean? So it is... I'm not, those games are not holy to me. There's like maybe 4 or 5 like collector's editions that I think are really important to me. I think like Last of Us 2, the Fallout 4. I bought Fallout 76 collector's edition and that ended up being a flop for me. and maybe there's like one other one that I bought as a collector's edition because I really like the game or something like that. Death Stranding, yeah. Outside of that,
which everyone attributes to me for some reason. I'm like, that's not I didn't even play the game.
Because you bring up the baby. You like the baby.
I didn't bring up the baby. I think we were talking about things that we had, and then the baby came up. But again, I stand, but that's actually one of the cooler collector's editions you have. The ones that like I don't rock with are like the ugly statues, especially because the thing that drives me up the wall about your collection, Isaiah, is that you like to keep things in the box.
Yeah.
But not even in the box. Like, I'm not opening it. Isaiah will open it, look at it once, put it in the box, and never look at it again.
Because I like to have it. I want to have it.
Oh gosh, I hate that.
I have the 20th anniversary PS4. Like, that is a cherished thing for me.
Yeah.
I'm never going to play that. I'm never going to open it and probably never put it on display. It'll probably always be in the box that it came in.
Right.
With
but
the
it's
styrofoam
like,
everywhere and everything like that.
It's with box, not like, it's not sealed, you know?
Yeah, no, like you said, I open it.
Which, I'll be honest,
make sure it's in there. And
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't like to sealed people either. I got to be honest. I don't like y'all. I understand it, but it's like, it's not my vibe, you know? So
I am a preserver in my collecting, not a display.
Well, there's a great, it's like one of my favorite short stories ever in terms of like the idea. I don't know how great the writing is looking back on it, but there's a short story that I read in middle school called Everyday Use, and it was about two sisters, and they're like, mom died or grandma died, and they left this quilt, and one of the sisters is like, yeah, we should use this quilt, and the other sister is like, no, we should never use this quilt. It's meant to be like saved or maybe even displayed, but not like used. And they're like, no, the way you honor it is by using it. And they're like, no, you honor it by not messing it up. And it's like the classic debate on like, what do you do with cherished items? Like, are they meant to be used or are they meant to be like stored and preserved? And I'm so team like use all your stuff.
I'm team preserve. Yeah.
We were talking on the drive back home, and I was telling you about this 3DS that I saw at one of our local game stores. I'll have to try to find it. It's like the Princess Peach, like Cho something. It's like a special like Princess Peach 3DS that they only made like a couple of, and they're like really expensive. I don't even know how to look this up because I don't remember what it's called. If I remember it during the show, I'll mention it. But if I had that, I would be using it like all of the time, even though it's like egregiously expensive. It's like several hundred, if not approaching like $1,000. I see the box, but I'm trying to see what the name of it is called.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, but this is what it looks like. I know you can see my screen. Like, I would use that, which I know some people would think that's crazy to use like a pushing $1,000 3DS. Now, again, I'm never going to have that 3DS because I'm not going to pay for it.
Nintendo 3DS Choto Peach Edition?
Yeah, so it's Choto. Okay. I'm like Chocobo.
But thousands of dollars for like inbox.
Yeah.
Is wild.
Which also I don't need it in box either for that reason, because I'm like, I think it looks cool. Like, that's why I want it. I don't want it because it's like $1,000. I won't have it because it's $1,000, but it's not what I want in it. Yeah, so that's my vibe. I think you oversell or overhype like me as a collector. I get that you're like, I'm more of a collector than you, but only barely. All my games are also the same deal. Like, the games I have are games that I owned as a kid and happen not to throw them away, and that I like them. Because like you, over the years, once I stopped kind of like losing things or losing track of things through moves, and I had my items, the games that I get rid of in the modern era are the games that I don't like. Like, I didn't like playing it, so I'm going to sell it, back to GameStop, back to my local game store, whatever. And the games I tend to buy, there's two versions of games that I buy usually for retro. I'm either buying an old game that I liked that I want to have again, or an old game I never played that I think would be cool or fun to play. Every now and then I'm buying like something for like more of a collector vibe, but it's rare. Like, the only things that I've done that for are like when I bought Super Mario 64 in box. That was kind of like an impulse thing. It's like, that's one of my favorite games. It's a really cool game. It was in box. It was a decent price. Sure, seems like it'd be fun to have in my collection, a fun thing to display. And then my idea for getting the different like regional versions of Jak and Daxter, because they have funky covers, like that's kind of like collector vibes. But even that's not. I guess I would put that under collector vibes, because it's like my Jak and Daxter collection that like me and 12 other people are like, this would be a fun like theme. But that's kind of it. Like, I'm not going for like complete GBA or like all of the whatevers. I'm just kind of vibing out.
My counter to that is
But I love the games more than you.
No, is that
in their physical form.
Get a game at like a retro store with the intent of playing it.
Yeah.
I don't. I get a game at the retro store for the intent of just having it.
If anything, that makes you the collector. Because I feel like collectors they don't use their collection a lot of times.
Well, I guess it goes back to the whole like preserving versus like.
So you're actually the collector. I'm just playing old
Thing.
games. I'm just an old head.
I guess that's yeah. Yeah, I guess I can agree with that.
No, I changed my mind. I don't know what to do to agree anymore. So based on that, I guess this kind of answers maybe my next question, which is what games do you get versus emulate? Are you then just like, you get the game to have the game, right? Not to play the game.
Correct.
So here's a question.
Yeah.
Tell me a game that you have physical.
Kingdom Hearts.
Okay,
Easy,
so are you saying that even though you own it, you would just, if you played that again, you would emulate it?
Well, that's a tough one.
I guess you just play it on digital because
because they did a game that
one of the Pokemon games. Let's use that.
Sure.
We have I forgot what Pokemon game we have. We have Fire Red or something.
Ruby, I think it is, or something.
Sure,
like
Ruby.
That. I would never play Ruby physical.
That's crazy. Why did we buy it?
Because it's more convenient. It's cool to own it.
So we bought it for no reason.
No, we bought it to have it. And
why would we? What's the point of having it?
There's so many better, easier ways to play it.
But what's the point of having it?
Than to take the cart, put it in a machine somewhere.
I feel like
and play it locked
I feel like what you're doing is the worst of both worlds, where it's like you have it, but you never play it.
No, that's called collecting. I wanna have it. What? And then when I want to play the game, I'm gonna play it in the best, most easy.
How about this?
Convenient way.
I hand you a black opaque pouch and I say, "What's the one that you keep wanting that's really expensive?"
Fire Red.
Fire Red's in here, but you can't open it. You're
great.
Okay.
Perfect.
Well, then I should just do that for.
I mean, I'm going to open it and see.
No, there's nothing inside.
Oh, well, then no, I want to know that I have it. There's a joy.
But you won't even know that you didn't have it.
No, I would.
I should just start having. I should just start gifting you repo copies because I should have told you about the repos, and then you'd be like, "Wow, you spent so much money getting me all these cool games."
But that's not cool though, because I already have that.
I know, but you wouldn't.
ROMs,
but if I didn't, like today, and I should let people listening know. Like I saw, and this is rare. I don't see this usually at a game store. I'm like, oh, it's interesting. People selling like repo copies, which like a repo, it's reproduced. It's basically the equivalent of like burning a CD. You know, it's like, oh, it's all the content's on there, but it's not real, right? Quote unquote. And I was like, would you want? Yeah, I'm like, would you want that? And he's like, no, because it's not real, which is totally valid. But then it's funny that like that now looking back, I'm like, I should never told you what these repo copies were and been like, here you go, Isaiah, here's another gift. And it's like a $5 copy of a game that I got off of eBay. Yeah. And I'll just tell you it's real. It's real. No,
it's not. You
don't have to know it's not real
because I have it.
But you won't know
because it's real.
But you won't know that it's not real.
Authentic, and I have it.
Like if I got you,
I would find out and I would be crushed.
How would you find out?
Because you'll be
now
like, oh
you're
my
learning,
God, there's this cool machine that tells you if a game is real.
But you're never gonna put it in there because you don't care.
I guess that is true.
So I got you. Yeah. The what is that? What is that machine called that I have? It plugs into the computer and you can play like cartridges on your computer, and it does check the.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to Google around for that too because I'm forgetting what it's called. That's something I have that I like used one time maybe.
We used it for the stream.
Yeah, which was fun. See, and it's like a nice way to use the cartridge. Yeah. You know, like why not get some use out of it? Anyway, so you're basically emulating everything. You're not playing like I guess on that. So I have something to ask you, but you have to be honest. Are you ready? Did I waste my money then buying you that SP?
No, because I wanted.
Because you like having it.
Yeah.
But you're not going to use it.
I did use it for a little bit.
So why did you choose to use it? Was it just to be nice to me?
What?
So why did you use it? Was it just to be nice to me?
No, because it's cool.
Okay,
I wanted to play Mega Man.
So sometimes you do use the old hardware.
Yeah, I didn't beat Mega Man.
You do use stuff sometimes. Because I mean, we played like, we had that PS2 or PS3 night where we played like.
Yeah, that was fun. But
so
to be fair.
Not against.
To be fair.
Yes.
If I had an easier way to emulate PS2 and PS3 games in the living room, unfortunately, the easiest way to play those games is just to plug in the console because we have it. But if we didn't, oh man, I'd be on there all day playing NBA Street through means. Yeah, no, I like having it. I think that it is cool having like these retro consoles still and the games to go along with them. I think it's cool and great owning it. That is not the most convenient or even just nicest way to play a lot of these games. It's much easier to emulate. And I'm not team stealing or anything like that, all legalities aside, everything like that. It's just more easy. It's easier.
Yeah.
It's more convenient to just emulate. You can easily swap games. You don't gotta get up, go to some giant
God
Calyx
forbid
shelf
you stand off your ass. You wanted those Calyx shelves.
The games can break, they can scratch, the batteries can die. Oh, you got it rusted on the inside. All that, you can get damaged, you can lose them forever. I'm never gonna lose these ROMs, all right? Hey, these ROMs are in like 8 different places.
I'm gonna pour water on the computer.
It's still backed up. Good luck.
Wow. Okay, so on that note, I think you've also answered the like, what are you expanding into? It's just stuff that you've had that you liked that you don't have anymore.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. I usually only care about getting games that I owned at one point.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single game
you're like collecting memories.
Yeah, like I don't think there's a single game that I like have wanted and got that was like I never played before. Like it was just off of like, oh, I hear this game is really good.
That's
like,
why you weren't eyeing that copy of Aragon on PSP that I was looking at.
No.
Which apparently everyone hated. Though they hated it on 360. Maybe it was good on PSP. I don't know.
I
doubt it was an era of the ports being very different. We don't know.
That is true.
I'm guessing it's really bad. I kind of want to see how bad is it though.
Yeah.
No, it was $5. I feel like that's worth finding out. But
So yeah, I'm looking more to, like you said, fill in the memories that I had before, get the games that I spent a lot of time with.
Well, what about, and maybe this falls into like, because we all know that like, or maybe we don't all know, but which consoles would you say are generally like easiest to emulate versus like, where's the cutoff point generationally?
Handhelds are by far and away the easiest.
Okay, so is that why?
Like GBA, PSP.
You know what?
Maybe even Vita at this point.
I guess the hardware elements can sometimes play a role too, because like, do you have the Wii? Because like with the motion sensor, you kind of need the Wii.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely can emulate the Wii. But
it gets weird.
I've never done that.
It gets weird.
Only a handful of Wii games that I care to play. And we got those for my birthday.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, all right, well, now that I got them,
so basically, like, you'll go down into like the retro dumps if you like need to. You're like, if I have to debase myself with this old thing, I guess I'll go in here.
Yeah. And it's not because I don't think it's good. It's just because it's like more of a hassle, Think about it. We had to like scour for controllers, and
it is a pain in the ass.
You got to get AA batteries, find those. Hopefully you have a cable. We barely had a TV that we could plug in these old consoles to. You know what I mean? Just because like the TVs only have HDMI ports anymore.
That's why I got the GCHD and the N64
we have that.
HD as well is somewhere. I think it's in the bin, like the storage unit or whatever. Definitely my dream life would be a living room setup that is more conducive to retro to like swapping them, because like swapping stuff is just annoying. So
I agree.
That is definitely like a pain where it's like we put the PS3 away and like now it's like, when's that gonna come back out? I don't know, like, because
that's fair.
That's why I'm like, I'd rather just kind of always be out and ready, like the way, like, we mentioned my brother Edwin on the show all the time, but Edwin has his GameCube like set up already, like in his room, like that's the way to live. Yes, because now it's ready no matter what.
But what about you? Like, what's? I know you kind of mentioned like you are, looking to collect the international Jack and Dexters, and like, is there anything else in your collection or like that you are looking for? Or that you already have that like is notable. A
dream I have is all pink consoles. Ideally, officially licensed. But would I play them all? Probably, yeah. I mean, so some pink consoles don't exist. Like there is, to my knowledge, I don't think there is a pink GameCube. So like that's just gonna have to be like a shell or whatever. But yeah, I think that'd be fun. So like, ideally they're real, but like if they're just reshelled, I think that's still cute. And I already have like my PS5's pink because I got the Nova pink plates for it. So I was like, yeah, just a couple other. I already have the pink GBA. I just got the pink PSP, but it is a reshell. There's a pink PSP does exist, so I'll probably maybe eventually get that. Yeah, so that'd be fun. That's like a pretty low priority thing though, because it involves like just getting more machines, and it's like if I already have a lot of these consoles, so it's like, well. And then also space. So like that's a low thing. I really want a Vectrex one day. because I think it's a really cool console. It's very funky and weird. And
it's vertical screen.
Yeah, and it has a very small library too. So it's one where it's like, oh, I could have that whole library and it wouldn't be like that many games.
Sure.
Part of me, there's like some funky things I think would be fun to have, like that weird Panasonic GameCube.
Oh yeah,
would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I remember that.
But it's like, I don't know if I need, that's like, those are like magic wand, not just getting the items, but also like having more space and stuff. Like I wouldn't, like, I mean, I would take all those items if someone gave them to me now, but I'd be like, okay, well now we just have to shove these in the corner of the studio because there's no space for them. Other than those things, I slept on getting the pink Joy-Con actually to have the pink Switch or whatever, but not much because I'm not looking for like a complete collection of anything. Like I like just getting stuff that I think is good and fun. Yeah. So I prefer GBA and PSP. Those are my favorite consoles to get new games for. 3DS is kind of in the mix there a little bit. It is like a more comfortable like handheld because it's like a more modern one. So it's like, I don't know, a little bit less like ran down in a way. It has more also of like modern comfort features of just like being able to close it and this, then the third and all that.
Rechargeable battery and everything.
Yeah. I mean, PSP has a rechargeable battery too, but like
I meant more GBA.
Yeah.
Like
I mean the 3DS original, and all that.
Yeah.
So those are what I lean on, and I like how convenient they are. Like back when handhelds used to be small. I love my Steam Deck. It's really cool, but it's really big.
Yeah.
It's heavy, and I'll just say it. It's ugly. It's an ugly looking machine.
It is not cunty.
It's not cunty at all. I literally were having the conversation. What does cunty mean? I was trying to explain to Isaiah. Yeah, it has, if you don't know what that means, it has no aura, it has no swag. Like it's just a big, thick slab. Again, still recommend it. Still think it's worth buying. Blah blah. Have some great times with that thing. But like, we were talking about the potential of especially now that I have a second PSP and that one is like modded already. I don't really even know what that means, but like it's ready for like. You can break the law at any time. Just put in a memory card or whatever. You're like, yeah, but it's just a less powerful Steam Deck. Why would you emulate on that? I'm like, yeah, but it's small. So I think I would actually like explore that. And if I could get like the games that could run on that, I would get on there. I think within reason. Like I don't need to put a Mario game. I'll just play Mario. I'll play Mario where Mario belongs and play Sony where Sony belongs. I don't need Mario 64 on my PSP. I think that would kind of creep me out a little bit. I don't know if I want that. Maybe that would be fine because at least that's like a console game on a handheld instead of just like if I can play the stuff where they belong, I'll put them there. Sure. But if there's any way to get like indie games or something on there, I'd be interested in that. I don't know if that's possible.
I have no idea.
But
I mean, to say doubt it.
If I could like download
where there's a will, there's a way.
If I download some files from itch or something, I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, those are what I like to spend time with, and something that I've had this idea before and I keep ignoring it or I kind of forget that I have this idea. I never play games when I'm traveling pretty much ever. So I had the idea the other day of if I'm going to not play games, I should not play the smallest games I have because at least they're lightweight and tiny. So I do want to like start traveling more with like my like proper OG handhelds and not just the Steam Deck because it's like Steam Deck's like a gajillion pounds. Yeah. It comes with a carry-on suitcase when you buy that thing. Like that case is huge. So that's what I'm interested in. I'm always just, and I like the retro scene for these consoles because you can kind of like do what we did today where it's like we were in a store, I'm looking at the PSP case, I'm reading the games, I'm asking you, hey, Death Kid Jr., what's that about? I'm looking it up. I'm like 70 on Metacritic. I don't know. It seems like it could be pretty good. Should I get it? It's $20 here. I don't know. And that's how I found Loco Roco 2. Like that was I looked in the case. It was $7. I was like, this looks fun. I played it. I love that game. Still haven't beaten it yet, but I think that game is super fun and cool. And it's like, you get to have this different relationship with the library than what you maybe would have had at the time, and it's cool and it's fun and it's fresh, and like I can't really do that with I don't know AAA modern games because I know a lot of them already, and also like the games don't work the same because if you're shopping modern, you're either at a Best Buy, a Target, a Walmart, a GameStop. There are retro stores that have modern games, but if they do, they're like the big like you're not getting deep modern cuts really until they hit the retro scene where it's like people just throwing anything they have out there,
Yeah.
you know? So yeah, so
fair.
there's some fun in that, and I like that experience of like playing a new old game. But yeah.
So like where do you go on the trying to get an old game versus just emulating it?
I pretty much always go for getting the old game. I barely play games anyway, so it's like, why am I gonna like? Obviously, I'm being dramatic. I play games all the time, but it's like it's so hard to get to games that you're like, oh, I've been meaning to play that. Like, there's a cajillion games at all the time, so I'm like, my problem isn't obtaining the game; it's the will to want to play it. And I guess I'd rather keep. I think there is something to. I'm trying to think how I want to say this. The like. Almost like the choice paralysis. I think like if you gave me every PSP game, I don't know if I'd ever get to Death Kid Jr. Well, if I bought Death Kid Jr., I think I'd at least play it that either the day I got it or like the next day or like pretty soon. There's some rarities too where I've bought definitely games at like a retro store and then like not gotten around to them. Or even just like the games we got from our friend Ginger. I didn't play a lot of those.
Sure.
But part of that was like one of those reasons was I got like a bunch at once. I said, great.
Yeah.
Never played them, you know? And she got rid of them because she's like, I don't really play these.
Yeah.
So we're just passing around the problems. But even now I still like having those games. Like they're ready to go. Like I can at any time just like play, you know, my Silent Hill UMD that I haven't watched yet or whatever, you know?
What about does cost ever come in? Because like I know for me, I really like Billy Hatcher, right? I actively would like to boot up Billy Hatcher again and play it. We saw in the store today that Billy Hatcher goes for like $100.
Which, look it up. Is that a regular price for Billy Hatcher? No shade at that store.
I have no idea.
I forgot what you can go for that.
My thing is anything more than $20 for the like. I just want a taste of it, and I'm never gonna spend $100 to taste Billy Hatcher. You know what I mean? Like things would have to be so different in our lives for me to be like, yeah, $100, throw it in the bag. You know what I mean?
I haven't heard that Sabrina Carpenter's taste Billy Hatcher. It's like, oh, I leave quite an impression.
So like, does cost ever come into like?
Cost definitely comes into play. Like those the old Pokemon games, I don't have a strong desire to play to begin with, so I don't need to have or play them kind of vibe. Yeah, I wish I remembered the site that's good for looking at prices, like VG Charts or something, or there's like some website that checks like the prices on all of them. My price threshold is higher. If it's a game I know and like, or trust, I'm willing to go as high as like $60 for a retro game, depending on the game. Like a lot of the GameCube stuff is like 50, 60. Like if I was buying Smash Bros. Melee, which I probably will buy at some point when I get like my own GameCube again, and then, you know, just have a copy of Smash like handy, that game's always $50, $60, and I'm always gonna pay it. Billy Hatcher, because I've also been interested, I've never played it, I've been interested in playing it. When I saw that it was $100 in the store, and it seems like it is around that like 90, 80, like, you know, range from what you're looking at on like eBay and other sites, for me, that is too much for a game that I have no nostalgia for, that I don't even know if I will like. So yeah, I'm gonna meet Billy in the back alleys because like I'm not gonna spend that. Another game that I would love to try, but it's egregiously expensive, is Cubivore. And Cubivore is known as an expensive game. You can look it up. It's like it's kind of like I think you're like different animals and you're like eating the other animals, or something like that. I'm butchering what the idea behind Cubivore is, and all the things are cubes, which is cute. And that's known as an expensive game, but I don't want it because it's expensive. I just think it sounds cool and interesting. It's like one of those weirdo games. Yeah, Cubivore, Survival of the Fittest. Billy Hatcher and Cubivore are so specific. I don't think they're really ever going to come to online, but I will say I'm almost the opposite of you, where you're like, I'll buy it physical and still play it digital. For me, if I have a digital, I'm very unlikely to buy it physical if I already have a digital. There's some exceptions to that, like Mario 64 at this point. Obviously, I already own a physical copy, but like if I didn't, I could see a world where I buy it, even though we have like the 3D All-Stars collection now, which is like, boom, modern legal way to play Mario, and I have it. But for the most part, like, yeah, if I can just play it like what's that? Minish Cap. Like that came to the Nintendo Switch Online library. I played it there. I love that game. I have no desire to buy that physical.
Sure.
already played it. I already have, I'm good. And also it's not like, I don't know, a big cherished memory or something. It was just like, I played it. Yeah, I'm here to, play the games or whatever. I know some people, like, even with modern games will buy, like, would you do that? Would you buy a physical version of a game you love digitally?
Yeah. And again, purely out of convenience. I would also rebuy a physical game I own if it's like to get the black label version. So like if I have the greatest hits and I see a good or just a better condition of it, I would totally,
So
again,
you don't like the Brokey
price.
Red, the greatest hits?
I don't like it only because I feel like the black label is like more original. It is. You know what I mean? It's like
it's like with some of the first prints of it, and not when they're like, cool "Here's $20." Yeah, I do think the red, like the greatest hits, does give like broke because that's when I bought
the platinum
those.
hits. I don't know if Nintendo ever did anything like that.
Nintendo discounting their games? Never.
No, like ever did like just a reprint on the GameCube. Like this is definitely have to be like GameCube era,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Not that I know of, especially not like with different labels. Not that I know of. I could be messing that up, but I don't think I am. So what is kind of next for you then when it comes to retro gaming? Like you explained like your process, but because of that, when you go into a retro store, what? And it's funny because I'm asking you this on content because I ask you this like every time I go into a store because I never know the answer.
Yeah, like,
what are you looking for? Or is there anything you're looking for? Is what I always ask when like we go into a store. I never know the answer. Is it always different? Like, what's going on there?
For the longest time, I was looking for the NBA Street Volume 2 on PS2. Our friend Kelsey ended up giving me a copy, part wedding gift, part because she's amazing. But she only had the disc. So a part of me is still on the hunt for a case and booklet for NBA Street Volume 2. There's also the NBA Street Volume 3 specifically for the GameCube because you can play as Mario, Luigi, Peach. And I think that will
definitely be
cool
lit, yeah.
Like I have almost like
and that I'm making you play it because
I would love to play that. That'd be fine.
I've never played it. I've been wanting to.
No, we would have to play it on the Wii because
that's what I can live with that because we don't have a GameCube. So like, sure.
Yeah.
But you have to give me a GameCube controller though. I don't want to play with the Wii.
Yeah, sure. I don't even know if you can play with the Wii remote. But yeah, so we can figure that out.
Me thinking more mean things to say with the Wii remote.
There are like almost like little pods of games that I just want to own. The NBA collection is one of them, which at this point outside of the PSP one that we saw today, which I never played, so I don't really have a real want for it.
But again, you might as well round out the set of the
that right. Yes, it's like I have NBA Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and Home Court. Those are the 4 that I played growing up. Those are the 4 I cared the most about. There's apparently this PSP one that I'll eventually maybe get one day just to round out the collection. I bought a Metal Gear Solid collection at some point. Again, didn't go into the all the mobiles with Portable Ops and Acids 1 and 2 and Peace Walker and all of that. I know those games are good. I've even played like Portable Ops before and thought it was really good. I don't have it anymore, but I don't have a desire to necessarily fill that collection out. But maybe one day if I come across them, I will. Kingdom Hearts, same idea. I have Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. They are not my original copies. At least I don't think they are my original copies. It's been so long and I've moved so many times and brought them and lost them and brought them again kind of thing that I don't fully remember. But I, have no real desire to get Chain of Memories on the game, on the GBA or Birth by Sleep or any of the like spin-off, Dream Drop Distance. Like I didn't play those, so I don't have a care for those. And also I have the new digital collection that they like came out with like 6 years ago or whatever it was. So like, if I really want to play those, I have a convenient way to play those. Yeah. My memories are with Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and those are the ones I have.
Your Chain of Memories. Yeah. Not to be confused with the game Chain of Memory.
So like there's, if I really dig deep and think, there's probably, a handful of other games that I wouldn't know it until I saw it. Like, oh yeah, I did have a lot. Like today we were at the Retro Store and I got ATV Off-Road Fury. That game is not, I think, a incredibly well-known, critically acclaimed game. But I remember being at my cousin's house playing a lot of it and seeing it on the shelf today. I was like, oh man, it would be really cool to own that. It's like almost like a a little memory keepsake kind of thing. Like, oh yeah, it was a good time growing up playing with my cousin. He'd let me play. He'd teach me how to play and everything like that.
And when you get
Cool.
really old and your health starts to decline, I'm going to lay these out for you. And you'll be like, wait, I remember everything now. It's going to be what saves you. Oh my God, Grandpa's never been this good. He's having a great day today.
Oh my
He just
God.
started playing ATV off-road. And it's like the last 5 years never happened to him.
So there, like one example is not NBA, Midnight Club Dub Edition, right? I know we have, I think, Midnight Club LA or something like that, but we don't have Dub Edition, and getting Dub Edition will be dope just to have, because we both have like fond memories of that game, you know?
Yeah,
I think you have it on the PSP.
I do, yeah.
I played it, I think, on PS3. It must have been PS3.
Yeah.
Maybe PS2. But like, yeah, if I can get that, great. We'll spend a night playing it and then never touch it again, and that'll be worth the money.
To answer it, you are kind of looking for everything all the time.
I'm looking
with an emphasis on NBA Street, Kingdom Hearts, and
I have those now.
Oh yeah, right.
And so like
well,
now it's kind of like
the PSP, I guess.
I'm looking for just whatever I see that triggers a memory and gives me a want.
Okay.
So I don't know. Like there's nothing I'm particularly looking for until I see it and then remember, like, oh yeah, it would be cool to own that.
Is there a console that you always go towards first? Is it just? I guess it's not what it is, but
for the most part, I think just because it's very easy to emulate GBA and PS1.
Okay.
And, I had a GameCube, but I played like all of 4 games on it, so not huge memories in the GameCube land. No memories in the Xbox land kind of thing. And so like, yeah, PS2, PS3, kind of where I sit now, I think, as far as like, nostalgic thing. I want to get Graw 2. I don't know if people remember Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Advanced Warfare.
Okay.
I like it for whatever reason. I have a vivid memory of getting that and Need for Speed Carbon around the same time and playing both of those games on the PS3 and really liking it. And then not finishing either one. And I think maybe it was like a Blockbuster rental or something at the time, and like had to get rid of it. And so like I just would like to own it, just to be like, let me boot this up again, see what it's like, and then put it on the shelf and never touch it.
But then you wouldn't boot it up, or would you boot?
I guess like
so like the night of purchase is when you'll play the game.
That is when I am most likely to ever play this.
And then after that, you're never do it again.
Yeah.
Shoot, I just had a thought about something and I lost it. Yeah, I mean. These are valid responses. Now I know to look for you in the PS2 section. When we go to the retro game store. That's what you'll be.
Yeah.
Or / looking at for NBA Street the GameCube version, Volume 3 on GameCube because it has Mario.
Or a good case and manual for Volume 2 on PS2.
Okay. Even though these stores are so small, I really don't need to know where you are. But it's like it's good to know where you're like. Oh, now I remember my question, because I've thought of this has been brought up to me, so I'm curious where you land on it. Sometimes people ask me, like, one thing I'm in the market for is a Game Boy Micro. There's 2 that I want. One, I want just one, just to give me any of them. I just want to have it. I can't remember if it's region locked or not. So obviously, like, take into account that. If it is, I care. If it's not, I don't care. Whatever. And then if I want one at first just to see, like, what are the vibes good here? Does this feel like a kind of fun thing I'll play sometimes? And if the vibes are good, ideally I would get there's a pink one that's European. And I think that is maybe PAL lock. Right? But the pink one's cool because, again, the pink thing, fun consoles, whatever. So I'm always kind of like, when I remember to, I ask about that. It's a rare thing for stores to carry. I don't see it a lot. I think I've never actually seen one in person. I don't even think.
Yeah.
Whatever. And, Kelsey, who owns Pink Gorilla Games, mentioned, I can, check out if it's ever in store. And I think if she did have it and mentioned it to me, I would just say yes. But I could also just get it at any time on the internet.
Sure.
Same goes for all the things you're looking for. How does that weigh in? Do you not want it from the internet? What's your vibe? I'm what's stopping you from just, saving up a couple dozen $100?
Yeah.
And just being like, I'm getting my stuff on eBay.
One is the fear of just eBay, right? I've personally never been burnt on eBay, but I feel like it's a matter of time if you just keep rolling those dice of getting something that isn't actually the quality you thought it would be, or it doesn't actually include all the stuff you thought it would, or anything like that. Whereas like if I'm in a retro store, I can see the game, I can feel it, I can feel the case, see the booklet,
Smell
if it's
it.
there, smell it, lick it. You know, you can do all
BS
of those
to leave,
things.
you know.
Get this man out of here. You can do all those things before you buy it, and I think that again, as a preserver collector, knowing the quality of the thing I'm getting is like half of it.
For me, it's a little bit of that, but I'll be honest, I'm not exactly, you know, if I get a cartridge at a store, I'm not popping that thing open to make sure it's real. I'm just gonna say, I think you guys are good at your job.
It's fair.
So I'm a little lazy with that on that aspect of it. For me, it's part of the fun is the hunt. Which I know people always say, like, do you have to say it so creepily? I guess not. But like, I like to go into the store. Like, it's the same reason why it's not as one-to-one, because with clothes, there's also like fit that comes into account and like feel. So obviously that's the benefit of shopping in person. But like part of, I mean, you've seen me shop for clothes. I just like to look at it, think about this stuff. Like being present, like it's like, I don't know. There's something about that. It gives me a reason to go into the stores. Also, it's like supporting the stores too, helping out there. So it's just like and I feel like if I'm going to be buying physical, especially, it's like, let's make it all physical. You know what I mean? I'm boots on the ground in the venue. Like, because I could have gotten a Game Boy Micro forever. Now, that being said, if someone like, you guys know I want the Game Boy Micro. If you gave me that for like my birthday, I wouldn't be like, is this from a store? Like, it's not like a holier than thou thing for me. It's just like, I don't need these objects. They aren't super cheap. I'm gonna like, it kind of adds an extra time. It's like, you know, maybe I get some extra money in my pocket.
Time, yeah,
it's like, but also I don't want to like necessarily just be like, because I'm not collecting with like a purpose. There's no need for me to be so aggressive. It's like the GBA Micro will appear when I need it to. Though that makes sense with the savings thing, which I feel like is going to mess up my ideas for the lock in or leave it, where I'm like, I'm locking in with my money. I ain't gonna lie. If I saw the GBA Micro ever, I would just get it. Yeah. It don't matter. The money does not matter. But to be honest, it's also not that expensive. I think it's like $100. Like, that's not nothing, but when you don't have kids, that's nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have anything to worry about. But yeah, that's what I got going on. What do you think the next retro game you will play will be? We just did some retro game shopping today.
Maybe the ATV.
The ATV is for PS2, right?
Yeah. Might boot that up. Might not. We'll see. But
the world's our oyster.
If I am gonna open something like boot up something, it will probably be that.
I do think I would start playing that. I got Peace Walker today. Metal Gear Peace Walker on PSP. That's probably what I'll boot up. I'm not gonna lie, and maybe this is the what's it called? The what's like the gender norms getting placed on me, but I bought like this pink seat through PSP. Feels kind of weird to play Metal Gear on that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, and I know that I have to unlearn that. I know that's society.
What does that even mean?
Society, because it's such a girly pop console, and it's like, ew, I don't want this boy. Get this boy out of here. This man. Does it have Snake in it? I don't actually know what's going on with Peace Walker. I hope Snake's there. Sometimes it's someone else, and I don't want this other man. Anyway, before we round out our retro game conversation, we should give a nod to some of the scene here. There's a lot of stores in LA, in the general LA area. We're up in the valley, so we tend to hit Retro Respawn mostly. I have popped over to Game Dudes. Yeah, it's got a wider selection. It's not my favorite vibe, just because not everything's labeled with prices. I prefer to have I don't know, something about it doesn't feel as browsable in a way. But they do have a lot of stuff. And then we also hit some new stuff, new to us at least, today specifically, because I was looking for this PSP, and they are not like regularly super in stock at places. And I was talking to Kelsey again, who owns Pink Gorilla, and she was just saying, they don't, they tend to go pretty quick. People don't get a lot of them, and like unless you're pricing them higher than what they're worth, which some stores do just to help keep them in stock, they aren't really around. And even here, I found that to be the case. Like Retro Respawn didn't have any in stock. I called somewhere and they had one, but only like the black ones, which like that's the regular one, right? Makes sense. Like Game Dudes had one, but it was just like a black one. we went over to GameHog on the east side of LA, and that's where I ended up getting the PSP. Again, it's just a refurb with a shell, so it's essentially the black one, but the shell is on it. But I just care about the look, so that was good enough for me. Kind of fun that's the 3000 model because I have the 1000, so I'm excited to have to see what the non-spring latch is like. Also, the spring latch is the only part of my PSP that is like defective, so I think that I'm kind of excited to have that problem. But yeah, what was your thoughts on GameHog?
I thought GameHog was cool. It honestly, they had a much wider, better selection than I expected. Just because in general, I'm always weary going into any retro game store for the first time where it's like, oh, are they gonna have just like 12 games on the PS2 and then like 8 billion, Sega Saturn games or something like that? Like how retro are they going to be versus how like modern, like where on that scale are they going to be? And GameHog is actually like pretty even all throughout. Like they had a huge selection of PS2 games. A lot of like N64, good amount of like Sega, maybe even seen like a little Atari section. It was really cool. They had like a whole like Guitar Hero, like music instrument game section, which I don't know if you saw or caught that.
I don't think I did.
Where they had like all the Guitar Heroes, all the rock bands across all the consoles, the like guitars you could buy, like all of that was like in one little section.
I was busy waiting for up to load on that because I was like, I was like, can I? I was like, okay, I see the PSP, and they're like, yeah, like sure, you can test and everything. We're charged, get booted up, put a game in there. Like, okay, go ahead, try it out. And it was up, and like the PSP has notoriously long loading times, so I'm just hearing shh. Disc spinning, and then of course there's like this long unskippable cut scene in the beginning of the up video game. So that was most of my time in there. What I liked about it, that I could like tell, well, one, the vibe seemed cool. Like the people that work there, it's like okay, it's like chill. I thought it was funny that they were like, what game were they watching? They were watching the Bills
versus Broncos.
I feel like that's like super valid. Like it's a very sporty time right now, so it's like, oh, it's kind of fun. And I liked that because again, I'm kind of looking for. I'm mostly kind of drawn to trash for the retro scene, and by that I mean like games under $10 that might hit. Yeah, and they seemed like they had a lot of those. Like the fact they had that again, this could be like a really bad game, but they had the Pimp My Ride video game. I was like, I didn't know this was a game. This is cool. They had like a lot in the like racing sports like scene. Like it felt like a lot of the games that I was drawn to as a kid were there. Which like I'm curious about, about how they like kind of curated the scene they did have. I also liked how they displayed the games because I like when there's a mix of regular like just spine display and a couple like bespoke ones. And that's how I saw the Pit My Ride game. Again, the game could suck, but I'm intrigued. It piqued my interest. So yeah, that was cool. Like it was nice like seeing a new to us store. We also went to World 8 in Koreatown. We went there first because I was like on our way to the east side. And I like this place a lot. This might have been, was my favorite of the day. We went to 3 today. It was GameHog, World 8, and then LA Video Games, which we'll get to next. This one, it might have been my low-key favorite. I don't know. It's a little tough. I liked how much literal modern stuff they had. They had like a lot of Switch 2 games or Switch games.
PS4, PS5.
Which is like, I get why Retro doesn't stock that because it's like, they don't really move and you get like very little profit margin on those, but like I thought that was kind of cool. And again, so many stores are similar. It's cool to like get a vibe of what the standout stuff was. I liked the weird stuff they had too with like how they decorated the store. They like had a DIY like piranha plant coming from the top of the ceiling. They really put a bunch of controllers on the outside. They have those like outside like barred windows, and on the bars they like wrapped a bunch of controller wires on it. It's like there was like some cool aura coming off of that store that I was into.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I thought it also was maybe the smallest. I guess it was maybe about the same size as the LA Video Games, which we'll probably talk about next.
Or something I forgot to list on here. Game Realms is also in the Valley. And I feel like it was around that size.
I don't know if I've been to Game Realms.
That's the one where we like.
Oh yes, that's the one. Yes, it's like in Burbank, I think.
It's little.
It's still smaller than that for sure.
Yeah, it felt like
they had the same. Yeah. Game Realms could just do a lot better with their layout.
Yeah, like it just
more than anything.
I think because it was smaller but more densely packed, so it felt like there were more games, even though you're right, Game Realms might have the same amount of games, but like it felt like a little bit more like there was more going on. Yeah, and I liked that they have additional like merch and for lack of a better term, crap. Like it's cool stuff, but it's like, you know, plushies, little cups and like chains and stuff. Like I'm kind of trying to dial back on buying so much of that stuff because I just feel like it ends up accumulating and then I'm drowning in my own items. So I've kind of leaned off the gas a lot on that, but I respect it because I think it's fun and it's cool and it helps like fill up the store and it gives the store like a pleasant vibe.
Yeah, it makes it cozy in a way. Yeah, like like it's nice, it's pleasant to just be in here. Yeah, because of all the little trinkets and things. Yeah, no, totally agree. Yes. Yeah, and then LA Video Games, which we went to the Sherman Oaks location. Honestly, I really liked it. For context, it's like I liken it to a barbershop. If you know the dynamics in business of how a lot of barbershops work, where the store, like the company owns the brick and mortar store, but then they rent out the like cabinets inside to individuals who maybe have their own collection or want to help just hit markets that they're not necessarily close to or don't want to fully invest in having their own brick and mortar store. So it's kind of like a collective of sellers using this store to sell their products.
It's an eBay you can walk inside of.
Yeah, kind of in a way. Yeah.
If Facebook Marketplace was a place.
Yeah, and it's real. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. And it smelled amazing because it's next to like a laundry, a dry cleaners.
Yeah, there we go.
It's next to a dry cleaners. Like directly next to a dry cleaners. So the smell was like incredible in there.
Just
it was
soap wafting.
The best smelling store I've ever been in. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Like it's exactly what you described it as. But so I guess one con to that is you're not going to get the typical like, this is my PlayStation section, this is my game, because it's just like sellers. Like so like some
each kiosk would have to have a PlayStation section, a Nintendo section,
but
or whatever.
The reason that doesn't become totally overwhelming is a lot of the sellers seemingly have some element of specialization.
Yeah.
So you can tell like one of the areas might be like, okay, this is just PlayStation stuff. And maybe it's like just PS4 specifically. One might be like, oh, this is clearly like a lot of like Nintendo Switch stuff. Or there was like one where they were really highlighting these sort of like nicer looking third-party controllers for like I forgot it was the N64 or something else, or the GameCube. I don't know. It's like some old console. One had like Pokemon cards and like, it's also interesting because again, these are just like general sellers. So they're not necessarily like, some of them had like really cool stuff. Like, oh, I have like this thing from Limited Run Games, or I have like this refurbished PS3 that's also like has all these extra like manuals and things or whatever. But then some stuff is like the Pokemon cards. It's like one of those cards was $3. It's like, oh, like I'm sure they maybe had some heat in there too. I didn't look at that cabinet that heavy because like I don't really care about Pokemon cards at this current stage. But like, you know, there's like that, or like some of them have like toys, or like one of them had like Eevee like it's all just like kind of this cute little look into it. Almost feels like when you're at a con and you like go to the like when you're going to buy games, it's like that vibe.
Yeah.
But without the social interactions, if that's a pro for you, because the sellers aren't there, it's just like the cases. There is still a worker there that can answer questions though for you. Like they know the inventory like really well, so they can like, you ask like, oh, do you have like memory cards? Oh, like no, we don't, but we have like the PSPs. There's 2 at the end case. Like they could help you if you were looking for something. It's just that like everything's sort of mixed in. Also very small. Like there's maybe, I'm gonna guess 3, 6, 9, 12-ish cases.
Something like that,
or so, of like decently sized.
Around, right?
If you've ever been to the Exchange, which is technically a chain of retro game stores, it's like, I don't think the cases are individually that big, but it has that layout kind of vibe of like these glass cases. But because it is so small, it's really easy to like see everything.
Yeah.
And we were just like doing like loops in there, like looking at stuff back and forth. It's also just nicely laid out. Like they have like a TV with like, they did have my favorite Donkey Kong Bonanza playing on there, but they had that. They had a couple t-shirts. It's like, it like, I think when you don't have a big selection, if you fill the square footage enough, or the square footage is small enough, I feel like, ooh, now it's boutique-y, versus like you're a store that doesn't have a lot, which like, again, not to drag Game Realms, but like Game Realms, because it is so much bigger, it feels like weirder to go in, even though I do want to start going back there more and checking it out, because I feel like I sort of relegated that to like, it's a small store, whatever. But I'm like, maybe we should start popping over there. But yeah, I like that one a lot. I think obviously because that's in Sherman Oaks, it's the one we're most likely to go back to. But like heavy nods to World 8 and Game Hog. And I think if I was on the like near the east side again and we had the time, I would go back to Game Hog
100%.
just to like check it out.
Just to see what they got.
Yeah, I guess we touched a little bit on Game Overview Retro Respawn. It's like it's good at like everything. It's a very even keeled store. So it's like become an easy like go to because they have like a really like wide selection of stuff, and they have like a good, again, what I look for, which is like they have the games that people care about and the games no one cares about, and like I like looking at that little no one like pile on the bottom because there's fun stuff in there. They also have like occasionally like weird cool stuff like Final Fantasy Fan Fest hat with like a signature on it, or like little things like that. Yeah, they got some like cool little like funky things. So like that might still be my favorite to browse. But the LA Video Games is very appealing in that presumably there's kind of like rotations. I also think it would be fun to like try to hunt down like the sellers a little bit more and see like get to know like, oh, this is cool. Dave and Dave's, and like they do have their names and like information, but like I remember the first time I saw about LA Video Games, I saw it like on TikTok, and it was one of the sellers. I don't know if it was the Sherman Oaks location or not, but they're like, come with me to restock my case. And they're like, shop my case. And the thing, and that's how I knew about this case structure. So, yeah, like I could see that being fun. Yeah. Super, super curious about what they charge for like being in there, because maybe one day we can have our own little games and not games case.
That'd be awesome.
And it's the crap we want. It's like the worst shit, but it's all signed by us if you want it to be or something. I don't know. We'll throw something in there. But yeah, it's kind of fun. Any other final thoughts on the retro scene? I want to get more UMD movies so I can watch movies on the plane.
I am kicking myself for getting rid of games over time.
Yeah, I did a bad job.
I think if you're
bad job. So give yourself a bad.
If you're someone who like is into physical media now, and you're younger, I guess, like just remember it's real easy to find a spot to just tuck a game away now. It's gonna probably be a lot harder to get that game again later as time goes on. Yeah,
and I've also like gotten rid of stuff, rebought it, gotten rid of stuff, and bought it again. Like it's been a real yo-yo fest. Yeah, I think it's tough to know though what you're gonna care about or what's gonna matter. I even like kick myself is dramatic, but I regret how we handled like our CD collection. Like I think Edwin just ended up kind of just chucking a lot of that stuff. I don't even know if he sold it, so yeah. It's tough though, because like sometimes things change and then you don't know what you're gonna be interested in. So but yeah, I enjoy having my physical games, but I'm lucky that I get a lot of digital for work, because if I had to buy all of those games, I would have like because I get all my stuff physical, so I would have I would have like an overwhelming amount. But it is fun when you can like at least do something else with it, like sharing and like lending them. Like I really like that part of physical still a lot. So
I just need everyone to get on board with the Steam family idea. It'd be
Steam family
game would be great, where you could like just share the library with like up to 3 people in your household or 4 people in your household.
Oh, is that like something you want to exist?
Oh yeah, like okay. PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox did that. Gaming would be.
Yeah, like the closest you have is like the console share, but it's like always limited and stuff. At least we can share our libraries with each other, so we have that true. Our combined digital and physical burdens. And now for not games, where we will be going over our lock-ins and our leave-its. And Isaiah, before we started recording the section, you said you're really concerned that you didn't have enough lock-in or leave-its or whatever. But it's because I'm so scattered all the time and trying to do too much. You're like, oh no, you have more than me. I wish I had nothing on either of these lists.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, lock-ins and leave-its, we're bringing this in again from the end of 2025 last year. We did a what are your lock-in and leave-its for the rest of the year, the last 2-3 weeks of the year. Worked out really well, I think, as a concept. And so instead of resolutions or New Year's resolutions or anything, I think we are choosing to do lock-ins and leave-its, which is for the lock-ins. These are things that like you're locking in to do them. There's no more, no more excuses, no more coulda, shoulda, wouldas. It's like, no, lock in, get it done, be on it, commit. And leave it's are almost the opposite, where it's like, you know what, you've been dragging this thing along for so long. You keep saying you want this, you keep trying to do this. Just drop it. Leave it in the past. Just forget about it. Move on.
Which, to be clear, this is different than like I think when people see lock in and leave it, or like lock in or leave it. It's not like I'm leaving eating poorly. It's like, no, you have to leave something good. Like, which sounds kind of, because it's just like, I think we all try to juggle too much at once and, or have been dragging things out, like you said, where it's like, okay, are you really going to do it? It's got to be in your lock in then, or you got to just leave it. So how do you want to do this? You want me to start?
Let's have you start, because you have way more than I do. Now I might
but
steal
also,
some of yours.
I also might
process.
need to try to move some of these around, which I'm kind of want to get some help with.
Yeah.
Okay, first lock in. I'm combining these. These sound like two separate things, but I think for us they're the same. Waking up early and going to the gym. That's a lock.
I think that's fair. So I have health and fitness.
Okay, yeah.
So mine, I think maybe are going to be a little bit more general.
Yeah.
I'm down to lock that in. I'm down to lock in and do that.
And we have locked in for 1 week.
Which
is more 1 week more than what I've done in months. So I'm gonna take that dub.
No, I'm totally fine with that. I like it. I'm down to wake up early, go to the gym. At least like I think if we end up separating the go to the gym from the wake up early, I think that can also be fine. Like, you know, if our schedules change and all of a sudden, it actually turns out that in the middle of the day, we now have like a much better break and time to like go to the gym or work out or do whatever. Having a flexibility to do that without like, nope, we locked in that we're going to go in the morning.
I don't know. I really like going in the morning. Like the most I would want to
right now we can only go.
The most I would want to change it, even if you had like my exact schedule, which is pretty free form, I would still want to go like maybe like an hour later or something. I like knocking it out in the morning. I think it's good to do first thing in the morning. Like I don't think I would want to do it at night or in the afternoon. I don't know if you feel differently.
Right now I think the morning is best. I made mine a little bit more general though. Yeah. So like I might not go to the gym, I might run. Like for me that would just be still a part of my health and fitness lock-in.
For me, I'm going to the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to be going.
All right, yeah.
I hope that you're there with me because I don't want to walk there. I would rather go with you. And I've liked us working out together where you're like running the like routines, and then I just do what you say. Yeah, I mean they're not that different from what I would do before. It's like slightly different machines, and then you do drop sets.
Yeah, we're doing drop sets.
While I normally would do the opposite. I don't know. Debate on the comments on which one's better. I don't really know. I just did I just inherited my thing from my brother, so it's just like okay, whatever. But yeah, it's a lot of similarities in terms of like body parts or whatever. But like I want lifting to be part of my life for sure. And that's like the first thing I'm starting with. That's why I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym. Like I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna lift.
I like it. Yeah, I think that's a good lock in.
So hopefully you're there with me. Don't abandon me. Let me find out this is how I find out that you're dipping on me from the gym.
No. So I have health and fitness. Okay. That would definitely fall into the fitness category, right? Like it's like going to the gym, working out, and ideally lifting weights and getting cardio, like both of those things.
Yeah, we've been walking after words.
Been walking after lifting. And
I think I'm gonna start doing the Stairmaster after.
Doing some like after lunch walks around the block and things like that.
Really good, yeah.
I want to keep that going as much as I can. I want to lock in and make sure I keep.
You said you called this health and fitness?
Yeah, because I also have health. For me, this is like being on top of things like annual checkups, going to the doctor, going to the dentist, like doing these things that are so easy. Unfortunately, as we get older, to miss and skip, instead making sure that I'm on top of it. We're on top of it. Again, doing our checkups, seeing doctors when we need to see doctors, not just like putting things off.
Yeah, on the health and fitness, I kind of like yours being more generalist because I guess there is a lot that goes into like locking in for health and fitness. Because a big thing for me that I have prioritized the last couple of years and I want to like make even better this year is sleep. Really making sure that like, which is especially challenging with the set wake up time where it's like I'm really proud that I know it's only been a week, but it's been so hard for us historically to commit to going to sleep early and also not be a baby about it. I feel like we would whine so much about it. I know at least I would. Like, I really don't go to sleep yet. It's so early. Da, da, da. And sometimes I still have a little bit of that negative talk, but I've really like eliminated a lot of it just by being like, I'm locking in. This is what we're doing. Like it's not up for debate.
For me, I'm just tired. Like waking up early and going to the gym, I'm tired by the time 9 o'clock comes around.
That adds to it too, where it's like we've been going to bed at like getting into bed by like 9:30, going to sleep by like 10:30 latest. And since we wake up so early at like a 6 a.m., it no longer feels as dire. Yeah. And the thing that's also helped me a lot, and maybe this is just me. Is it just me? It's just me. Is adding a little more oomph to my nighttime routine. Like I've started doing my little sleep spray, like the lavender mist. I've started wearing my eye mask again, which I don't like to wear, but it helps me sleep way better than normal and fall asleep faster, which I already fall asleep pretty fast. But and also just like enjoying getting ready for bed more. Like now I get in bed, instead of scrolling, I am just like watching like reruns of Furin, like catching up on like my rewatch on the projector that you got us. And like, that's been really nice where it's like, oh, it's something fun to look forward to. Like, it doesn't feel like before going to bed would just be like the end of fun. And now it's like, oh, well, you know, I get to watch like a little show and then I can like, you know, watch 1 to 2 episodes. I also have started using my massage gun more, which helps with the going to the gym, you know, being a lot sore. So it's like, oh, I'm going to use my massage gun, watch for, and maybe I get one other episode in, but it also helps that those episodes are so short because anime like tends to be pretty short. So it's like, okay, cool. Like watching one extra episode, unless if I'm stacking like 4 or 5, like now we're getting out of control, but it's like, okay, that's easy. And then because it's a rewatch, I don't have the, oh man, like I want to see what's happening next, or the stress of things. Like watching Demon Slayer, which is new to me, is a lot harder because it's like, I'd be stressed out for them kids. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know what's going on with like everybody. It's like all intense and all that. So that's been like really nice to do. Yeah. And easier to like, it ends when the episode ends, or maybe like the second one. And that's been nice and chill. What is your other lock-in or your next lock-in?
For me, I have stacks.
That was on my list of what we're pitching the other person. Yeah. Yes.
I think
please God, yes. Stacks.
I've been again dragging along stacks is a game that I've been wanting to make and actively picking up, putting down for so long. I think 2026 is the year where I either lock in or I leave it. If I don't release it this year,
if you don't, Isaiah, if you leave this, I'm gonna be so freaking mad. Like you cannot. This is more important than your health. This is more important than anything else. Please finish stacks.
Well, I want to. I'm gonna lock in.
Please
lock in and get it done.
Okay. You know, I trust you because you watched all those damn Pixar movies at once. So I think you're gonna get it done. Mine is, which I almost broke it a little bit today, but then you reminded me that I had some birthday spending money that I could lean on. But really sticking to my budget. And having fewer but bigger priorities. So my budget's the same as always. If you want to know more about our budgeting stuff, I recommend going. We have an old episode on budgeting and YNAB, which is a software called You Need a Budget. But I'll touch on a little bit of that today with this like lock-in part. I have a bunch of different things, you know, like a lot of people that have in their budget, whether it's a budget you write down or just a budget in your mind of like, these are things I spend my money on, right? Like clothes, like getting my hair cut, you know, shampoo, like little stuff like that, fun money, dining out money, a lot of like the regular games, stuff like that, right? And then I also have things for work, a couple of work expenses, like software that I use for work or like money that I put into like my career or whatever. But, and all those still exist, but I feel like in the last couple years, not counting the wedding, because the wedding was obviously like a big focus financially, but it's been kind of like the focus has almost been, it's like definitely the bills are the priority, but then after that, it's like, when can I get to the fun stuff, and trying to get to the fun stuff of like having money to buy my Coach bags and the other things that I like to spend my money on. This year, I feel like I have the privilege of clarity with now that we have a joint budget, which that's all our bills go in there. So the only bills that I have under my name are like my phone, and my notorious student loans that I've just been like putting off because I've gotten to, you know, have the no interest and the deferment, the income based. And it's like, I really haven't paid much on those at all. And I'm like, okay, I really want to lock in this year on my budget to help get my student loans going, really making a dent in that. And then I know I really want to put aside money for our Japan trip and get to have spending money there. I've been leaving behind my money for my new phone. I really want to like have that in there. So I'm really just kind of making those my key focuses. There are other things I really want. Guess what, guys? I still want purses. I still want, you know, more workout clothes than what I have, things like that. But I'm like, that's just going to be when I get down to that part in the budget, I get down to it. If I don't, I guess I just don't have it. You know what I mean? So I'm really trying to be super disciplined on that, not move the food around the fridge like I have in years past. And so far it's going fine. It's definitely tight where it's like, I have like my fun category and it has literally like $12 in it across like 3 categories. So it's definitely a lean vibe. But if anything, I'm like, okay, well, like the more I can really stay disciplined in that, the sooner hopefully those get a little bit of a cushion and then I can like, you know, live a little more freely or whatever. But again, we already have the big things covered through how we like divide up expenses and stuff. So like I'm really trying to lock in on that. This month has been good in terms of that, but also it's like, damn, like I really want to see that sandwich money come up too. But it's like if I get down there, I can get down. So yeah, that is my lock in.
I like that. Let's see, my next one I have, and I worded it this way specifically to be a little bit more general. Freelance / like content creation stuff. Like, you know, I have a couple freelance clients now. We've talked about it. It would be great if I could continue to build that up, right? Get, you know, a handful just to do web dev stuff for or design stuff for or whatever it is. Just kind of like having that as a sort of rotating base of clients kind of coming and going would be fantastic. Both I think just for me personally and like my creative wants as well as just like financial. And then content creation, I didn't want to specify anything, which maybe you'll feel I need to. But I left it vague because I want to do stuff both for myself, but then almost more importantly for Games and Not Games, right? Like there's a reason this is the Gangcast and not the Games and Not Games podcast. Like I think it would be great to have other things also under the Games and Not Games umbrella. Yeah. Either different shows or just like pieces of content, styles of content, trends, you know, streams, whatever it is, right? Like doing more under the Games and Not Games name, I think would be really fun and cool, and also just like a very beneficial outlet for me personally. So yeah, I
would just reword that as Games and Not Games content.
Okay, so just lock into it being Games and Not Games.
Like because I'm just checking in that this is like about us, and I get that like us can sometimes be us individually, but like that it's us under that brand and not like, because I know you used to stream as well as Day by Day on Twitch.tv, but you're not looking to bring that anytime soon.
Spoiler, that's one of my leave-its is like personal.
No, but I get that.
Personal streams is a leave-it for me.
Yeah, and I think that's fair because you haven't done that in like a number of years. And I didn't get the sense that you had like a huge desire to. It was fun, it was cool, but and also I
really liked it, yeah.
And also a leave it is not like you're banned for life, but it's like, hey, right now, like I don't want to hear about. Let's not sort of distract ourselves with things that it's like, bro, what's going on here? So yeah, no, I think that makes sense. And yeah, I mean, I want us to do that again. The 6 Golden Coins stream is the big one.
Yeah.
And honestly, I felt like I'd love for us to get like, you know, Twitch affiliate, and I know we which is like in a very privileged way, very easy for us to get. We just really need the time. Most people like fight for the views and stuff. We have the viewers, we have the followers. We just need to put 1 month of slight effort in and we would do it.
Yeah.
But we did like really well with our charity stream running on Games and Not Games, which I honestly was like a little worried about. I'm like, I don't know how many people are going to show up to like this channel. Like I told them to go there, but I don't know if they're going to hear me. And people did. So that, you know, that gave me some hope for getting traction on that. I'm scared. I don't think you can make me put this in Leave It because I do these lessons like almost every week. but piano. I want to have a lock.
Okay, you're locking in on piano.
I would like to lock in on piano. Yeah, I definitely don't want it to be a leave it, so I kind of have to. I'm forced to. You got to put everything in one bucket of your life. So yeah, I got piano in there. There really isn't much I have to do even here. I just haven't been historically good at it. I really need to lock in on those. Like, when am I practicing? And that's kind of it. You know, like I do this as a hobby. So like, you know, I take lessons with my brother Edwin, who was a pianist before his life in sports media. And yeah, I mean, he's really, you know, it's funny because I know this is a show. It's not like he's, you know, cracking the whip over there. It's like, just, we're going to the book, you know, as long it just put in a good effort. And I feel like I really haven't, like, generally, like sometimes I hit good weeks, but I really want that to be like more of a norm for me. And I think that'll be beneficial for other things, like wanting to be on my phone less or wanting something that's like not screen based. Like, it's cool to have that as a hobby. Yeah, and I think it's a good hobby to have. The only con of that hobby is it does involve your hands, which like I use my hands a lot for writing already and gaming, so like that kind of sucks. But like, you use your hands for a lot of stuff, so it kind of is what it is.
They're hands.
So yeah, next up for you.
This one, symbol reading. I feel like
that's one of my suggested ones for you, so I'm glad that's in there.
I keep putting reading off, not reading, putting it off, but like I just haven't locked in. Like I haven't committed the way I've been wanting to commit and saying I want to commit, and my actions haven't matched my words. This is one of those things where, you know, last year I think I had the goal of reading 6 books and I failed it. I read 3 books, which is 3 more than probably the year before that. But like 6 books, like that, a book every 2 months, that's not a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, given the time, the shows and movies and everything else that I've seen and put time into, like, I should be able to read
all those Pixar movies.
Yeah. That's a book right there, easy, you know?
Here's a question for you. This is a painful one for me to ask. For reading, do I have to put that, should I put that in my lock-in or my leave it?
I had it in as a lock-in for you.
Okay, great. I would love to put, it's just I worry about all the stuff I have. That's my fear, because I kind of have a lot going on. So I need you, as we go through, I'm down to put that as a lock-in. Yeah. Because I'm partway through, and we talked about this a few episodes ago on our, I think we had a whole episode on reading. I think that was like one of the, So a few episodes ago we talked about this. I'm partway through Chain Gang All-Stars, enjoying that. Took a pause because I wanted to start taking like notes on it a little bit. It's actually really not a complicated book, I gotta be real. But I feel like I was losing a little bit of track of the characters, like who's related to who and what the relationship is. So I just want to take like a quick little note on it. And then I decided, because it's a book I now own, I'm like, you know what? Let me mark this up, because I asked you if you'd be cool with that. Because like, obviously I own it, but like we have kind of like the option of shared library system. So it's like, I don't want to ruin the book for, you know what I mean? Like if it's but that helps me keep focus and enjoy like my reading more and stuff like that. So I wanted to do that, but I haven't done that. It's like, I don't know if this happens to you, where it's like, I want to do this, but I want to do it in this way. And then you're like, not, then all progress stops.
Yeah. So unfortunately.
So that we really should work on together, because it's one of the few things we can't, the gym we can also work on together, but reading is like a really, like, we can literally read at the same time if we want to. So we probably should start. Any thoughts on like how we could do that without like, we don't have to like totally plan it out in this instance, but like,
for me, I can do you a little more difficult for you to do this. But for me, it's like, instead of the time where I'm playing a game or doing something, let me just read instead. Let me, you know, instead of time where I'm scrolling on TikTok or something, let me just read instead. Get a couple pages.
You know what felt so good? Remember that day where like I sat and I read for like an hour and you were like playing Metroid? I felt like so superior.
You were. No, facts. Like,
and I felt like you would look over and be like, look at this studious fool reading.
No, for
fuck
real.
This reader over here. That was a good day. So maybe like, I think maybe, you know what we should start doing? And I don't think we have to each say yes every time, but we need to start cueing each other into reading the way we do like the other stuff we do on the sofa, which is like TV and games, where it's like, hey, I'm going to play this. Like, I don't know if you want to like play something too, or you want to watch me play in case you want to watch me play. So I think just that's my ask of like, if you're going to start, don't read without me, where it's like, oh damn, you just read. We reading now?
At
like,
least without notice.
Yes.
Okay.
Like let me know the way you let me know that you're watching, you know, I don't know what you'd be watching even. The game, the Lakers game or whatever, you know?
Gotcha.
Okay. Got it. You ever look at something, you know, you want to, like, it's like, I want to share this with you, but I know you're going to say, girl, that's a leave it. Okay. This is like, you got to hear me out though. You got to hear me out because there's a leave it that I think you're going to agree with, but I don't want to spoil my leave it's yet.
Okay.
Specifically decluttering, but not, this is different from reorg.
This is locking in?
I would like to lock in on that.
Okay.
On
Say
that.
more.
Okay. So this is tough because maybe it is a leave it for now. I don't know. I like working on culling down on things that we have. And I think my efforts are best spent there instead of reorganizing things all the time. And I think I can get real progress in doing that. But I will admit it's hard to find time to do. Like, I'm doing a decluttering challenge this month and I'm already like 8 days behind because like I see your eyes and I know, audio listeners, this man is about to tear down my dreams. I guess like how do you lock in on that is the problem maybe. So it's like, I don't know, maybe
I think it's more you need like a no buy kind of thing more than like a get rid of, because I think we get rid of stuff at a fairly reasonable rate. I think the issue is that we just are always bringing new stuff into the apartment. I
don't think we're always bringing new stuff into the
We're
apartment.
more than getting rid of stuff. We're bringing
more than we get rid of. That could be true a little bit. Do I have to leave decluttering then? I've been liking my stuff that I'm doing.
I think in terms of lock it or leave it, you have to leave it. But I don't think that means you stop. Like you can still do your decluttering and everything like that.
I'm going to put it, I made a cheat category for myself, which is temp leave. And I'm putting decluttering there.
Yeah.
Where like when I have space, like in my mind, and I don't know how you see this working, but this is how I see it working. Where it's like we're trying to identify some lock-ins. Those are big focuses. If you can get all those, like, or one, you know, we'll say 3 or something. Oh yeah, 3 you've been doing consistently for like 6 months. That's not a problem for you anymore. You got it locked in. You can bring in new lock-in because it's already integrated. Because there's like certain things we do where we don't have to lock in, right? Like we don't have to lock into. I'm trying to think of something we do consistently, like gaming. I know it's like an easy one. I mean, sometimes we'll lock into like finishing a game.
Sure.
But like that's a hobby that, I mean, it's part of my job, but like, you know, it's a hobby we have that we do all the time. Or like, I'm trying to think of other ones because I feel like our whole life is unlocked.
Man.
Is the problem. The whole life is unlocked, guys. I don't know. I'm like, what do I do consistently that like I don't have a problem with? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Because my whole life's falling apart as I record this podcast.
No.
Or even like, okay, recording the podcast. We don't really have, the only lock-in we could have for that is like the day we record, but like we're pretty like consistent on recording it. So that's why it's not, so that's what I mean. Like there are certain things that you have so locked in that you don't need to talk about.
How about this? I don't think you should have a temp. I don't think you should have a temp category. It's called lock in or leave it. It's not called lock in, leave it, or other.
Fine.
I think it could be reasonable to lock in, but I think we need to reword what the lock in is. I think if the lock in is, like, put everything in its place or something like that, or like a, you know, almost like a reset the house kind of thing, or like everything that we have is in a good place. It's in a place where it can live in anything. But that also means that anything that doesn't have a place to live, we get rid of. Mm-hmm. Like if all of that is like one thing, I think we can lock into that.
I think I need to just focus on what my other lock-in is, since you like said, girl, throw this decluttering shit away, which valid. Just chores.
Okay,
like getting the chore, because I think part of also the chaos that I feel is that the house is always a little messy because it's like it's been an uphill battle to like.
Yeah,
I called it like my laundry debt, and I'm still in laundry debt. Like I said I'm almost out of it, and that was like a week ago or like half a week ago, and I am almost out of it, but it is really hard to like fully clear that like Tetris board of a task. So I think I will leave my decluttering and my reorg in the leave it. That will be in a leave it, but I will have chores as my lock in, which I'm in the process of locking in. I'm not fully locked in yet, but I have been like really working on it. And I've like made, I don't know if the system's going to work for me, but I've been doing, we have like that time where we go to the gym in the morning. I've been extending that time window to just be like gym, breakfast, shower, and some chores. And I have that till like 10 a.m. 9:30 when I have my 9:30 meeting at Minmax, but like, you know, like, and it's like, okay, I can do some chores during that morning time because a lot of times I just don't have the energy after work, especially after working out and everything. And I think over time I'll like have not a breakthrough, but like the commitment will catch up and my efforts will be shown, but it takes a long time of like chipping away at it to feel like, oh, I have it under control because it's been so unwieldy for so long. So I'll have chores be my lock-in, and you know, specifically for people who don't know, it's like laundry, and like cleaning the bathroom and kitchen, and like to an extent mopping and sweeping and stuff like that. Like just clean, you know, like cleaning up. Like my big chore is cleaning. Your big chore is like that we eat. So you do like everything kind of related. You like cooking, like you do grocery shopping, errands,
cooking,
dishes. You do other stuff too, but sort of, you know, we all do other stuff. But those are like kind of the big how the house keeps functioning vibe. Yeah, we kind of split parts of the cat. It sounds gross, but you know, he's taken care of between the two. Kind of thing. Yeah, basically like a feed and clean. Yeah, ugh, he's gross. Yeah. Anyway, what's your lock-in?
I only have one more that like I for sure want to do, and then another that I'm gonna bring to the council. Okay. For sure that I want to do is get my wardrobe in order.
Thank God.
Whether that's, you know, a part of that is going to be getting rid of a lot of clothes. A part of that is also going to be finding new pieces that I actually like and will wear.
Yes.
And like am comfortable wearing and enjoy wearing, and like just resetting my wardrobe to be, and also like organizing it. Like just getting it to a point where I am happy and content and feel good about my clothes.
Listeners, those drawers are thick as hell. And
filled with just the dumbest and free graphic t-shirts we've gotten from
I'm not gonna lie to you. Is this a safe space to confess something on this podcast?
Sure.
I chose not to because I didn't want to like air your life to my friend.
My clean laundry.
Yeah, your clean laundry to my friend. I chose not to, even though like Kelsey knows a little bit about my complaints of you have too many t-shirts or whatever. And I've said this on Conda before that you have like, wait, because I, you know, since I'm the one that does the laundry, I put the stuff back.
Yeah.
And them drawers are packed. I want you guys to picture a packed drawer and like add a little bit more. Like now, I will say in your defense, unlike other packed drawers, they all like all the stuff is folded, which is like unique because usually it's like, oh, it's like, but like it's so stuffed. Yeah. And literally the other day I went to go put clothes in there and I thought about taking a picture to send to Kelsey and being like, look at this shit. Like, but then I was like, no, that's kind of mean to you. Like, let me not. Yeah. But I thought about it because I'm like genuinely like, I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, I love that lock-in for you. Again, I would love to help with that. I think I've done processes like this a lot. And like, for all of my faults, of which there are many, I think my wardrobe is like very lean and very like constantly cold and like really good in that sense. Like I think I've gotten really good at almost everything I have I wear frequently. It's not perfect. A couple things also sometimes slip through the cracks, and sometimes I make a bad decision. Like I'll tell you right now, I'll go on record and say that that graphic t-shirt that I bought from the LA Galaxy cheap store, I probably shouldn't have bought because I'm not a big t-shirt person at this point in my life. Yeah. The jersey I got, that's a win. I love that jersey. I haven't worn it too much because we haven't been in season, but like I wore it like the second I got it. Loved it. So yeah, loved up with that. Great lock-in. I approve. I also though want to add that something you said that scared me the other day was you're like, I need to get rid of some of my t-shirts and then buy more t-shirts. I think the culling is definitely the first step. I think when there's a really big gap, you could. Because also, I don't think you need to wait. Because my thing is, I don't think you need to wait to cull. Like, to a degree, you might. Like, if, I don't know, if you really only have, like, 2 pants, don't throw away both your pants and have no money to buy pants and just be pantsless. But, like, stuff you already don't wear, you don't need to be like, I need to immediately replace this. You already don't wear it.
Yeah. No, that's
so fair. I think your thing of, I encourage you not to wait to cull. I think cull time is... Literally anytime, I don't care how tired I am, I'm ready now. I'm awake thinking of culling these items because it's fun to me also.
She's ready to put the podcast on pause.
Literally like, because I think there's something really fun about like figuring out like, figuring that stuff out and I like it and I'm kind of good at it. So, okay. My next lock-in, writing articles for Pen to Pixels. I've been wanting to lock in on this forever. I'm ready to lock in for real.
Yeah. What does that look like? I like
I don't
that.
know.
Okay.
That's the problem. I
That's
think
fine.
I would love to do once a week, that I'm posting something once a week.
I mean, that'd be great.
It would be
That
great.
sounds
But
a
that's
little ambitious.
I could
given,
use your perspective on
I think
this
twice a month is maybe a better.
as a start
Yeah.
until I can like show I can maintain that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think sometimes once a week is a lot. 4 times a month also a lot. Twice a week sounds like a much better cadence that I think is realistic and like doable. And maybe like, later on, once that is underway, then it's like, oh, maybe I can do 3 a month. Oh, okay, cool. Maybe I can go up to 4. Maybe I got to keep at 2. You know what I mean? Like, I think 2 is enough that, for me at least, like what I imagine is I liken this to like I don't read a lot of blogs or anything like that I follow, but like YouTube channels. It's like, okay, cool. Like if I know that a YouTube channel has like posts a new video once every 2 weeks, that's enough of a cadence that like I'm constantly checking in to see like, oh, okay, cool. Is the new video out yet? Like I'm expecting one coming soon. Let me keep an eye out.
I think a big thing though too that I kind of added to this, because I wrote twice a month. I'm adding, but always be writing every week. I need to have written, because I think a big problem that I've had is like sometimes when you give yourself like that twice a month thing, you're like, what do? You like wait, and then you like never fucking do it because you're like, well, it's only twice a month. So like, because also I think constantly writing will help me get a sense of how long do you like certain articles. Like it can be hard to tell how long certain things take to do and stuff, and also sometimes things take longer than you think they will, and also, I'm out of shape for writing. Like I'm not used to like cranking out a lot of stuff. I also think I do have the problem of like sometimes I do like write too meticulously, where it's like, girl, get the blog up, like fuck, But also I have the privilege to be a little bit more meticulous because it's not like I have like a big. So it's kind of like, no matter what I need to be though putting in, like you need to be writing. Like if you're gonna have something written, you need to have sat down and written. So yeah, cool. So that's in there for me. And you said you're done with your lock-ins.
I had one that I wanted to bring to the council.
I would like to see your
I have
idea.
Following LA sports in general / honing in and following maybe just the Dodgers. Like obviously we follow LA Galaxy, had a fantastic year. 2024, 2025 sucked. 2026 might also suck. I think it'd be fun to follow a team that presumably is going to do well in LA. And the fact that the Dodgers are coming off of 2 World Series wins sounds like an easy team. I like all the players that I do know on the Dodgers. I just haven't locked in to watch all the games or go to really any guy. Mentioned I want to go to a couple games this year. Yeah. Not a lot because they still cost money and are kind of expensive in time and getting there and traffic and everything. But like at least watching and keeping up with like who they're playing, how are the scores, like, how are they doing as a team? I
like that.
Locking in. So Dodgers specifically, you think?
Yeah. Do you have like a goal for like, are you watching all of the games? Because there's a lot.
I don't. I agree. I think a lot. It was like 80 something games. I would say at least half. If I could keep up with at least half the games, that would be. I would consider that a win.
I would add that then, just so that you know what you're aiming for, and then also make sure you're like keeping track of it. Not to make it too worky, but just so that you can like. You're like, oh yeah, like, or you'd be like, oh, I said I was gonna lock it. I watched 2 games this year.
Yeah,
it turns out one of mine is promoting the Gangcast. Ideally with clips. I don't know if that's too much work to like. Maybe that's a lock in for later. Because that's a big thing I want to do. I want to be clipping stuff in general. So I feel like it's not that hard to add Gangcast because I want to have like a clip day for like my stream and my and this podcast. I think that's maybe just like clip day.
I mean, I think a part of that could fall into my like gang content too. For me,
yeah, that'd be.
Maybe I'm exporting the clips and like I'm finding moments that I think are good clips, export those out, and then you maybe go back and like retrim it or do whatever, and then schedule the post and blah blah blah. Like, I think something like that could be fine and totally work and be good.
Okay, so like a tag team thing. Yeah. I have this one's confusing and I kind of want your opinion on it. I need to figure out what system I have for things.
I have a lock-in for you is like schedule management.
Okay, thank you. Great, perfect. Perfect. Go ahead.
Which I think very much covers what you're
Perfect.
getting at. I think a lot of the issue I see that you come to me with is wanting to do so much.
I told you that in private. No, I'm just kidding.
But having like a very loose organizing around the time to do it.
Yeah.
And I think just locking in on, and I don't mean lock in as in like being strict with times or anything like that, but just more like being committed to what you're going to fit in your week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or something like that.
I agree. I had worded this originally as organization system for tasks. I do have some, the lock-in's loading, because I do have some things that I've been working on that feel like they're working a little bit. I'm back on the reminders app that you always recommend. I will say the reminders app, it does rot a little bit for me though. I've not locked in on actually doing the today's task.
That could be true.
Yes.
I think the simpler it is, the easier it will be for me. That's what I find. I find like convoluted to do apps that are doing reminders and timers and this, that, and other. It's like, that's too complicated. I just need a checklist that I can knock out.
The thing I've loved reminders for though is like the big vat of thoughts I have. That it's been great for that, like a dumping ground. But I haven't been super successful at knocking out all my what's on the to do today thing. That's been a little bit messy. Sure. I think I also just need to sit down and like, I think it's also part of like drowning in the chores currently. Once I have this laundry thing completely done, which I almost have done. Today's the day, Isaiah. I'm so fucking close. I think honestly, I'm going to fucking drink a beer once that's done because I've been fucking working on it for like a week. Once that's done, I can like stake my claim a little bit on like rotations for things of like this day, whatever. I've also brought back Trello, but specifically just for my work stuff because I found having reminders in the work like is too many like, and I don't want to make a new list. That's just my work. So and also my work tends to, it does rot and can rot a little bit more just because my schedule is more free form. That being said, I don't want things to be forever either, but it's just been nice to have like, I think Trello is going to work for that a bit. My final lock-in is less scrolling, more shows and movies.
Less
scrolling.
Oh, okay.
More like semicolon, more shows and movies.
I have TV shows and movies for self.
Perfect. Well. Yeah. I don't necessarily think scrolling is the all evil of society or anything like that. And I do think to a degree, scrolling can help me like know what's going on the internet and like be part of conversations and like think of content and like whatever. Like it's not all bad, but I think the amount that I have scrolled is bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like I do think I've taken it too far at times. I'm going to give myself a free space for the other day where I wasn't feeling sick. So I'm like, I'm just fucking scrolling and rotting because I feel like shit.
Sure.
Those things, I think that's okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But when I'm having lunch, when I'm doing these other things, like and maybe even I should start bringing in breakfast because breakfast I've been scrolling a lot, like instead of just like whatever. I just want to be like, it's like instead of scrolling for 30 minutes, what if I just watched a TV show?
Yeah.
That's going to get me more going.
Great.
Yeah. So that's where I'm moving towards. And then again, having like my more structured mornings is going to help me kind of stay, you know, I just don't want to like lose a bunch of the day to like, I've just been fucking hanging out on TikTok. Okay.
Were there any other lock-ins you have for me?
For you? Yes, I do. Portfolio site. That's kind of under the freelance bucket. I'm gonna
make it a sub lock-in to that.
Yeah, I think like in order for you to get clients, I mean not literally because you've gotten clients already and you don't have like an updated portfolio site.
But I mean that would help.
But like part of it's not hard because it's like you're still like talented and stuff. But it's like it would be a lot easier to get you out there and to like if I could point people towards things. And I just updated my own portfolio site and I'm already seeing like, this sounds like a scam. I'm already seeing different, but like, I feel like it's been nice to like, I can point people to this and people have been like, great, love to see this. And I'm like, yep, awesome. And it just also makes you look like you have your shit together, which, if you're looking to hire me, I do have my shit together, just so you know, like, but no, obviously, Obviously, when the check comes, I'm always fucking getting the work done. It's my non-check work that is the harder one to get done. But yeah, like it really helps, I think, a lot. Yeah, and it forces you to kind of reflect on things. Something else I have is a potential lock-in for you. I don't know if you want lock-in because I don't know if that makes it less fun, but coloring.
Oh,
you got those coloring things, and I think you could use less screen time.
Can I remix it to be like non-screen time? Because I have been trying to work in.
I did hear you throw those little dice.
I've been trying to work in a little bit more.
My
of
Q-less
the
dice,
Q-less.
yeah.
So can I remix it to non-screen
activities,
relaxing activity, or like non-screen activities?
Yeah, you can do that. But that's all I had for you because I had stacks in reading on yours as well. What about you? Did you have any other lock-ins for me?
No, you actually brought them, the TV shows and movies for self. What that looks like, I'm not entirely sure. I think a cadence of a movie a month, I think would be good for you.
Okay.
Maybe like you said, just integrating TV watching into your routines could be nice. Obviously you're doing it like now with free rent and stuff like that, like a rewatch. But I think just like, there's probably like less than 5 movies last year that you watched outside of needing to watch it for content.
No, that's not
true. You
true.
probably watched more movies for content, I think.
Obviously, we're not counting all those Fast and Furious movies, I'm guessing. Let me look at, you
wouldn't have wanted to watch those.
Yeah, but I mean, that wasn't for content, but I get what you mean. It's not in this. Okay, so you said you think there's less than 5?
You watched Hot Frosty. Was that last year?
Yeah. I watched Superman.
Okay. All right. So Hot Frosty, Superman.
Well, that's for content. Well, Hot Frosty's for content.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm trying to count like.
Oh my.
Yeah, Hot Frosty. You got the Bills. You got the other one with
the Big Fan.
Patton Oswalt, Big Fan. Mm-hmm. And you wanted to watch Superman.
Yeah.
You set out to watch Superman. That's one. What else did you like? Say like, oh, you know what? I want to watch this.
I watched The Matrix.
I'll give you The Matrix.
I watched Uncharted. I watched Godzilla -1. I watched Sinners.
Did you want to watch that?
Yeah.
All right.
No, I didn't do it for content. I just did it for myself. I will say, you know what a better question is? Let me roast myself on this. What's a movie I watched that wasn't like suggested by you or Edwin that we all watched together? For that, I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna make it harder. I'm gonna say The Matrix. So put it back to 1. Now we're gonna get into rough territory. Are you
sure that didn't come out of content on Remap?
No, I mean we didn't do any content on it. People roast me for not having seen it, but it wasn't content.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, so we have The Matrix. We have. I'm gonna give myself Sinners as well. That was like just me and you. Like we went. Again, I'm looking for stuff. No one else was like involved in the whatever. I'm gonna give myself The Wild Robot with Edwin that we went to go see in the theaters. Okay.
You got like a free ticket kind of.
Yeah, but I pursued it. What are you talking about? Damn, fucking money bags. Okay. All right. Grave of the Fireflies. Actually, hold on. No, we're too old. Yeah. Actually, I might lose some.
We're 3 and 3. We're 3 and 3.
I might actually lose because I think 2 and 2 because. Yeah. I mean, I watched a bunch of other movies, but but they weren't of like. Mm-hmm. Just me, you know what I mean? Like it was like, and I don't think there's anything wrong with like someone suggests you watch a movie and you watch it together. But I think that being said, if it wasn't for Edwin, I wouldn't have watched Watchmen. If it wasn't for you and Edwin, I wouldn't have seen Uncharted. Even though I did want to watch Godzilla -1, if it wasn't for Edwin mentioning it, I wasn't gonna watch it. So that's more why I brought to that because I think that's more what you're getting at. Like you don't catch me in the living room just watching a movie by myself.
No.
Like I'm not watching a movie by myself.
I don't think I've ever caught you in the living room just watching a movie.
Grave of the Fireflies, that did happen. That was last year. Where I just watched that because I wanted to watch it. What do you mean? Well, come on. You can't just take movies from me.
Sure, I'll give it to you.
But you don't want to. I don't know
why.
You
ever saying I want to watch Grave of the Fireflies.
I mean, did you want to watch
it?
Like you didn't want to watch it.
It was on my list. It's on my movie poster list.
Yeah, but
anyways,
I'll give it to you. You laughed during Grave of the Fireflies.
I'll give it to you.
You didn't want to give it to me.
So yeah. So that's our lock-ins.
That's our lock-ins. All right, and now we got our leave-its, which some of the lock-ins became leave-its, so we kind of got a little early look. Okay. Can you leave something if you never really started it?
Yes.
Okay, great.
It's committing to giving up.
Okay, great. I got one.
All right.
Cable management. One day I would like to bring this back in, but I think I look around, I say, I'm going to do. No, I'm not.
No,
No, I'm not.
No,
No, I'm not. And you know what? It's really not even going to improve my life if I did. It's a nice to have.
Yeah.
We don't need to be doing this. We got other shit going on.
Yeah.
Laundry undone, and we working on cables.
Yeah.
Nah, just bye.
Yeah. I'm very eager to get to your leave it's for me, because I couldn't come up with many. Personal streams, which we talked about before, so I don't even really count that. And my movie posters. I'm just gonna leave it. If I happen to watch something that is on one of those posters this year, great. But I'm not gonna pretend like I'm gonna look at that poster and decide what I'm watching.
I'll take it a step further. What if you threw those posters away?
Wow.
Can you describe for the audience what these posters are? Can you?
So for Christmas,
Sorry. I think I'm one of the ones that got you one of them. I think so. Yeah. It's not even like I'm innocent in all this. But go ahead.
Christmas a couple years ago at this point, I don't even know how many. 4 years ago, 5 years ago, something like that.
I don't think the pandemic was happening when you got these.
No, the pandemic was definitely happening because we were together.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. You're right. My bad.
So Janet and Maggie got me each a like scratch off movie poster. One is the top 100 90s movies, and the other is the top 100 anime.
Yeah.
Not movies, it's like movies and shows in there. And for a while, I started off really strong, going in, scratching off things I've seen. My goal was like, I want to see everything that's on these posters. And if I've seen it before, I can scratch it off. But if if it's something new to me and I watch it, then I scratch it off, blah, blah, blah. And like, it started off really strong. It started off with me knocking out like 3-4 movies that first year, another like 3-4 the next year, a couple shows here and there. But then it got to a point where it's like, I'm not referencing this movie, this poster when I'm going to watch content. I'm watching new stuff. I'm watching what I care about. Yes, these might be the top 100 90s movies. Yeah, these might be the top 100 90s movies. But I don't want to watch 100 90s movies. I want to watch 20 90s movies, 2000s movies, and then move on. You know what I mean? Like, so I at least for now, I'm not gonna say never. I don't want to get rid of the posters. That's wild offer. But I'm definitely gonna not even consider.
Listeners,
what's on
these
that
posters
poster.
are quite large.
They're on the wall.
They're tucked away in the corner of the wall. They're not on the wall anymore. You need the wall space for the projector.
Why do I have to get rid of?
Because you're lucky I can't lock into decluttering, bitch. Because
you don't even see these posters on the daily,
the
on the
corner,
regular.
Every time I look in that fucking corner of the room that's covered in crap, that's part of the crap that's in there. Okay. You want to know the truth? I love that as a leave it for you, though. I don't even think I thought of leave it's for you, but they might come up as we talk.
Oh,
maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like you've culled a lot. I think so. I don't know. All right. Another leave. Reorganizing the apartment. I think the other day, you, me, and my brother Edwin were playing the game Rummikub, however you say it. Mm-hmm. And he got to his turn, and you said, "Look, nothing on the board has changed," because he was taking a long time on his turns, and he was like, "Nothing on the board has changed. So unless you got a number on your last pickup that you can use." There's no reason for you to be staring at this. Yeah. And I feel similarly about the apartment at this point. I definitely think there are ways we can improve the apartment. Mm-hmm. But I think at this point, with the things we have, again, until I can get to more, until we get the chores locked in, we can bring the decluttering in to lock in. Mm-hmm. We're looking at the same pieces a lot. And I think we've already done a lot. Mm-hmm. Now, if you want to bring something to me, you can bring something to me. But I think we're done for major things for...
I'm okay with
the
that.
Foreseeable future.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
You don't even have to pretend like you have to think about it because I know you hate my reorg.
No, I don't. I love reorganizing the apartment. It's when it feels like a new apartment every time you do it.
I know, but I feel like you get sick of.
It's good.
I feel like it became a sickness for me a little bit.
I think that is the issue. It became too much.
Said yes really quickly.
I was agreeing with you. You're right. Yeah.
You're right. You just need to stop. No, okay, go ahead. What's yours? Next one.
The only other one I could really come up with. And this is more of in the same vein of like, this just isn't not that it's not healthy for me or anything, but like, it's like, it's almost a part of locking in and other stuff is I got to give up my non Crunchyroll and Dropout shows. Like
Your non-Crunchyroll?
Yeah, so
What
like
is that?
going on Disney, like we got access to Disney. Let me
okay.
try and watch everything I can on Disney. Oh, we got HBO. Let me watch everything on HBO. Oh, Netflix. Let me try and get through all this stuff. No, I pay for Crunchyroll and Dropout. Let me use those two things. And if I don't want to use those two things, let me stop paying for them. So I'm leaving out all the other streaming platforms.
Can we still watch the rest of Abbott Elementary on HBO Max?
I mean, yes.
You're quitting Abbott Elementary?
I'm not quitting Abbott Elementary. We are at a good stopping point, though. We're in season 4.
We're not done with season 4, though.
We're at season 4. We might even start at like the first episode of season 4. Anyways, I'm fine to do that because we do that as like a joint,
yeah, that's not you doing it. That's me
thing.
inviting you onto it. But let me know. Say the word and I'll just add it on my own.
No, we can have it together. But I'm like, I'm cutting out my own person. Sure. I'm not watching anymore. I know I had to lock in. I wanted to do the Star Wars and everything. Yeah. I gotta cut that out for a bit. I wanted to do the doctor show, The Good Doctor. I gotta cut that out for a bit. Like I'm almost like a reverse lock-in. Like I need to really just
that's leave it.
Not get distracted. Yeah.
Reverse lock-in is funny.
Yeah. I gotta leave all of these other platforms and really just have what I have.
Okay. I have. This sounds crazy. I know people are gonna be like, what? Running PRs. I wanted to get a PR for my 10K, 5K like last year, maybe even starting 2 years ago. I was like, this is a goal. And I just really haven't been doing it. Now, don't get it twisted. I do plan on running this year, but right now that's not my lock-in. My lock-in is the gym. And I do think I'll start running even as soon as like sometime this month. But right now, if I do run, it's going to be about building a nice base of fitness, of running fitness. And that will eventually help me get. That's a step getting to the PR.
Yeah.
But we don't need the PR on the goal right now. We need to just like not even have that on your mind. We need to just do my other fitness stuff. Like
that's a good one.
That's something that I do want to do at some point. But like I've been talking about that for a while, and I haven't. And I honestly haven't even worked that much on it. It's also hard to achieve, but like I really haven't been working on it. So that's a leave it.
Yeah. No, I think that's great. Okay. I didn't even think about that for you, but. Totally makes sense. Again, you're still in the gym, still lifting weights, still doing other stuff, so it's not like a huge detriment or anything I think you're missing out on. Cool. I only have one other suggestion for you.
Okay.
And even then, it's kind of like my Dodgers thing where it's like, I'm going to bring it to the console. Maybe it stays, maybe it doesn't. And I don't even think you've been doing this a lot lately. So it's almost like preloaded, leave it. Your product experimentation. Where it's like, oh, you see a hair care product or you see a skincare product.
I have that on here.
Something.
Expanding on skincare, makeup, hair care as a leave it. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Like there are some exceptions that pop up. Like I just got my hair cut recently and I have bangs right now and I needed to like figure out how to style them. And that did involve me buying like a leave-in, a heat protectant so I could use a diffuser. And I bought a texture spray. Honestly, that was a little experimenty. Maybe didn't need the texture spray, but I plan to use it. And I also plan to I have a couple like bonus like products that I kind of have lingering. So I'm like, okay, when I run out of my main product, it's good enough. I'm going to use that too. Like I'm doing that with my moisturizer right now. Yeah, I'm kind of just like, again, it's not a forever thing, but right now, like I have the products I have. Let's just refill what needs to be refilled. And that's maybe kind of it, kind of vibe, Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I already don't really. My main thing is skincare and the hair care. The makeup already isn't that involved. But I do think it is nice to have some things for like if you want to wear makeup for like events. And I have those things, and we're kind of just good. Parking the car there for a bit. My other leave, I already kind of left this. But this was a dream I had for a long time. Meal prepping snacks, like healthy snacks, or making my own lunch. This was something I left right at the end of 2024, like officially, where I'm like, you know what? I hate making my lunch. I fucking can't stand chopping that lettuce. So now what we've done is, but I'm also tired of like, I've been eating like stovetop noodles for lunch, like religiously for like years, honestly, which like don't at me about how unhealthy that is. Fuck it, whatever. But I'm like, you know what? It'd be nice to have. How do I have a salad without making it? You fucking buy it pre-made. So like I've been getting the Trader Joe's salads. They used to be OG for me back when I was teaching. And they're, a little more expensive than I'd like because they're like, $3 to $5 a pop.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm eating salads now.
Yeah.
It's going great. I love it. It's dope. Same for like the snacks. I'm not going to pre-make a healthy snack. I will eat those little, they're not called Volpe anymore, but the little sticks of like the meat and the cheese. I'll eat my yogurts, but I'm not like pre-cutting little fruit thing. Like it needs to be, if I can't get it at the store and start eating it immediately, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
So that's where that's at.
Yeah. I like that.
Another leave. This might shock you. This might be controversial. At least for now, bullet journaling.
That's fair. I'm probably leaving it as well. I just didn't write it down. That makes sense.
At least for right now, because I do think the digital is going to hit harder and better and be more effective for me right now. We had a whole episode on bullet journaling. I still stand by a lot of what's in there.
Yeah.
I think it can definitely work. I think I feel like my life already requires multiple systems. So if I can cut a system and not lose anything, I think that's a benefit. Yeah. And bullet journaling feels like the most cuttable one.
If adding to my reminders app was synced to my physical bullet journal, I'd be doing bullet journaling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, it's so quick and convenient to just quickly jot something down here instead of finding my journal, opening it, finding the right page, logging in, doing everything. Like all that system works, but it's just easier and quicker to just not use it.
Yeah. And I like elements of the system, but I also think it was starting to, like, I was a little just too, I felt split across many systems.
Yes.
And I still have a couple of different systems going on, and I'm still considering, adding a Notion page for Gangcast stuff just because I feel a need for it. But like, the more I can be on, the less systems I can be on, the better. And I think bullet journaling isn't making the cut. I have some potential leaves for myself that I want to get your thoughts on.
Let's hear.
Now, I don't want to leave any of these. Actually, some of these I do want to leave. Declutter we agreed on. Yeah. Shopping's kind of a light leave for me right now because one, of the budgeting thing like I talked about before, and two, I have told you, I don't think I've said on content, I want to do my little color analysis and get a sense of like what colors should I be like wearing and stuff. And you could say like, oh, it's bullshit or restrictive if you want. I think it's interesting. I'm interested in it. And it's also like a nice kind of, hey, until I do that, maybe we don't really buy anything. And it kind of works out.
Time saver.
Yeah, I kind of like it for that so far. So that's chill. Swimming's another one that I'm chill with right now. I do want to eventually bring that in and do like maybe private lessons. But for now, parking the bus on swimming. These are the two where I want to do them, but I don't know if I have the space to be locking in more.
I'm afraid.
Learning to ride a bike. I really want to do that.
Oh, man.
It would be a one and done thing. I do plan to do it this year still. Ben, if you're listening to this, it's still a Better Quest goal. Like, don't, whatever. But like, I don't know if I can bring that in until I've gotten a handle on some of these other things going on.
Man.
Because I really want to do that. And it wouldn't take that long. And it would be fun.
It wouldn't.
Should we just have that be a lock-in, but like knock that shit out so we can let it go,
Well,
should we lock in to leave it?
These are the lock-ins for the year. I think it's totally fine to lock it in for the year.
Okay. Oh, we're locking in for the year. Okay.
Yeah, and it not be like something we do in January, February. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Then by that logic, I think you're going to allow me this other lock-in. My scrapbooking. Ooh, you're silent. Yeah. I'm scared. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I think that'd be a good lock-in.
Because that was another like, oh, I don't know. Like I want to do it and I like doing it, but you can only do so many things at one time. Oh, my other okay, so let me go back to my leave it's. Crocheting.
Yeah.
We're leaving that for right now. Should I throw away my stuff or should I keep it still?
No.
Okay, cool.
You could keep it.
Actually, I might have said crocheting already. Maybe I didn't. But
I don't think you did.
Okay, cool. Okay, then I am done. Because I don't think I have any leave-its for you. Did you have leave-its you were considering or things that you've
not?
You have a pretty lean life.
Not really. Yeah.
Honestly, maybe to a degree. I feel like you do scroll a lot. Also, I don't know if you ever thought about that.
Well,
sorry, that sounds really passive aggressive. I don't know if you've thought about that, but I feel like you're on Reddit all the time.
I think
just
that's
like
where
wasting
things
away.
like the reading, the doubling down, like the doubling down on my lock-ins
is going to eliminate the scroll. That's kind of how I feel too. But like, okay, because like you be in there.
I wake up and first thing I do when I wake up is usually look at my phone, and I know that's bad. That's not great. I'm trying to stop it. But
Are you trying?
I'm slowly getting there, I wake up, I look at the ceiling for a little bit longer, and then I scroll. You know what I
Even
mean?
now
Like,
when we go to the gym, because we go to the gym basically as soon as we wake up.
I mean, I still immediately wake up and look at. Technically, I look at my phone for the time to see like what time it is.
We're not.
But then I also see what notifications did I get overnight.
Oh,
Let me read through these, swipe some of these away. You know what I mean? Like,
see, I'm on. Have you thought? What about being on Do Not Disturb?
I am on. Like, I don't. I am. I am actively looking at the notifications I got.
But Do Not Disturb stops the notifications from coming in.
They just don't. Well, maybe that I'm on sleep mode, I guess.
You should
do not disturb.
You should set, if you're interested in culling that behavior, there is a solution for it.
All right, I'll look into that.
Because that's what I'm on, and it does help. Because then it's
I don't want to lose the notifications.
No, you don't. They appear afterwards.
Later. Okay. Wait, I think it's the same thing then.
No, because sleep is like when you wake up, you're out of sleep mode. Do Not Disturb is like notifications paused from like this time to this time.
And they'll come in after, like you turn Do Not Disturb off?
I believe they come in after. Here, we can test it right now. Let me go on Do Not Disturb. Though you might be...
we'll figure it out.
We'll test this offline. But yeah, I believe you can just do that and you still see them after. Now, sometimes I'm bad and I just seek them out, right? I'll open my stuff just to be like, oh, I know I'm on Do Not Disturb, but like what's Slack got going on, you know? But yeah, like generally, and for me, I tend to do my scrolling. I'll do a little bit of scrolling when we do our cardio, a little bit just to see what's going on when I'm just walking on the treadmill. But okay, we now have our lock-ins and our leave-its.
I like it.
For the year, presumably. Maybe we'll do a check-in, like a quarter.
Yeah,
quarter would be good.
Something like that would be
half is better than none. All right. Well, there we go. Well, now we're set up for success.
2026 is gonna be great.
It's going good. Really, I know it's like just started, so it has to be like it's going so good so far. But I really think it's going really good. Like I think sometimes fixing one thing can have that like positive domino effect, and I think the gym commitment of like this, we're going at this time, and it's like, well, if I want to sleep, I have to sleep now, and then also then you get tired. Like it kind of all starts to work together. And then it's like now I'm scrolling less because part of my thing is also like the projector, and I'm watching the show, and it's like kind of all it's going pretty good. All right, so that brings us to our next segment of the show, which of course is our final one. It's Poll of the Show. Last week we asked about your anticipated games for 2026 and a little bit about winter sports. Isaiah, what did the people have to say?
The people had a good amount to say, actually. We had a lot of repeat games.
Okay.
But some of the standouts were Witchbrook, 007 First Light, GTA 6, obviously makes sense. Pokopia.
Yeah,
I'm surprised to hear
Pokopia.
One of our favorites, Slay the Spire 2, Big Walk, Servant of the Lake, Dos Divas, Replace.
Okay, Indie Squad.
Forbidden Solitaire.
I actually am excited for Dos Divas. It seems cool.
Wolverine. And then in general, just kind of like cutting through your backlog. Like that was also a very common theme. It was like, my most anticipated new game is the old games that I have.
Okay.
That
PSP Peace Walker.
On winter sports, not a lot of people have done winter sports before, which is a little bit surprising. I told you were privileged. Yeah. I guess so. Yeah.
And now I'm one of the. Oh, you've never gone to the slopes?
We had people who have skied before, but haven't done it in like years. Kind of like me with snowboarding. They've gone sledding. They've done ice skating. Used to go a lot, and for holidays and stuff like that. But now they're grown ups with kids, and it's just harder to do that. So vast majority of people, though, I think is like no or very little snow sports, which was surprising. And then we had 2 additional ride-ins, which, remember, at the end of all the polls, there's an optional just freeform ride-in field for you can let us know whatever you want. Someone asked, would adding a dog to Metroid fix the NPC hints so annoying problem? If it was a cute animal making cute sounds with cute animation, showing you your next objective by running over to it, would anyone be upset? And to that, I say probably no.
I forgot.
I think people would be upset.
Wasn't there like was it on our show or a different show where I said that Samus should have a dog? Yeah, is that what they're referring to? So. Okay. Yeah. I feel like who doesn't like a dog?
Who's
the most annoying dog in games? There's like none.
Maybe the Nintendogs because you got to take care of them, but that's more of a.
Some people were like a little hesitant on Ochi, the Pikmin dog, but I think he
was fine.
Yeah, he's ugly.
He's ugly as all hell.
He's
Yeah,
so-
that's a fucking ugly, terrible looking dog.
He's ugly, but then it's kind of cute that he's ugly. I think.
He's just kind of ugly.
What's that ugly thing I like? Oh, the
fine.
goldfish with the bulbous head. Yeah, that you don't like.
Yeah, you like all these ugly animals.
Yeah, they're cute.
You think they circle around to being cute?
They do.
I disagree.
Yeah, I don't think people would be as mad. Yeah.
No.
Always put a dog in there.
I think that would be a fun addition, especially if you could toggle it on and off or something, right?
Well,
like,
now it's like the fucking what I mentioned, right? The Buzz Lightyear dog was why I brought that up.
That
I saw.
The little cat?
Yeah, the cat.
Yeah. I like the cat. It was
exactly.
Cool.
And if Samus had that cat or that dog,
goat it.
Yeah,
Goat
hell
it.
yeah.
That'd be awesome. Someone else said, which is really funny. I haven't listened to the podcast yet, so I hope I didn't miss the point of the poll. Loving the podcast and all of Janet's endeavors everywhere.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
So
yeah.
Shout out to you for the nice words to Janet.
Oh, yay. Very cute. Thank you. And I believe
this week
there is
more poll.
More poll. That sounds gross.
We're gonna be
Isaiah's got a poll for y'all. Got a poll with your name on it. Okay. This week's poll of the show. What do we got, Isaiah?
We're gonna be asking what are your 1 to 3 lock-ins for the year, 1 to 3 leave-its for the year, and then what's your most prized or coveted retro gaming item, whether it's a game, a console, an accessory, whatever it is. Let us know one that you really love to have or would like to have.
A reminder, the leave-its, it's got to be something that it's cool, but you're giving it up.
Yes, you
can't
committing
leave,
to leaving.
I mean, you should leave smoking, but you can't say like smoking cigarettes or you leave it. It's like that's not any. It's something. But
it's actually really good. You should do that.
You should leave it.
Lock in to stopping smoking.
Yeah, so the lock-in would be quitting smoking.
Yes.
That would be a lock-in.
Yes.
Your leave it would be like, doing yoga. You're like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. I'm too busy quitting smoking to be doing yoga. That's the idea of it. That's the idea of it, just to make sure that people know what's going on. You should be very proud of quitting smoking. It's a very hard thing. Isaiah, please stop laughing at this person's goal. Okay, they're working really hard.
I'm sorry.
They're working really hard not to smoke.
You can do it.
Anyway, now that is it for this week. You can send us your questions and topics to the email inbox at gamesandnotgames.com. You can follow the podcast version of the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, and everywhere else you get your podcasts. If you enjoy this show, be sure to give it that 5-star rating.
5 stars.
Cinco Dementes.
And if you're an audio listener, remember that you can get the video version over on YouTube at Games and Not Games. If you like the video, be sure to leave a like and comment, as it helps us get the show in front of more people. Give us a follow over on social media as well while you're at it. While you're already online, why not? Head over to BlueSKy, Games and Not Games, TikTok, Twitch, everywhere else, and just give us a like and a follow there. Anything else?
I think that's everything.
Gang.
Gang.
Peace.